We all have a story, we all have a tale. Well, there's a place I've come to know well, led by a man named Sty. He's full of stories, he is quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite the guy. If you're feeling lonely, come and make a friend. If you need a story, on Sty you can depend. His voice is soothing like a lullaby. Sometimes he brings a tear to my eye. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite a guy. Sit around the campfire and hear him tell his tale. Some may be able to relate to him quite well. We're all just people looking for a place to go. Well, Sty has made one, and it is quite a show. Come meet Sty, he's quite a guy.
Well, good evening, everybody. Fire's going. Come on in. Get around the campfire. Love what everything Spicy posted up there. Yeah, that popped right out. That's he says, "Hi everyone, welcome to Around the Campfire. Pull up your favorite chair, grab some snacks and something to drink. We'll be here a while. Love this family. Great to see everyone." That says it all, folks. That says it all. And I'll tell you what. Hi, Wanda. Okay, I'll tell you what. Before I even pull my friends out of the basement, real quick, I'm going to just shout out everybody that's out there in the chat right now. We got Aiden here. We got Arcade, Dojo's allotment specialist. Hey, Dojo, everything's spicy. Get her done, Granny. We got Hike with Mike. John R. Timmers, Kimberly Ferris, Lady Reaper, Mayberry, you. I always have trouble with that one. Mayberry, you, 316. We've got Metal Music Maniac, the Angel Munez. Hey, Angel. And we've got the Hunt for Heat and Wanda. Great to see y'all. Oh, Anthony Bressler just popped in. Carpy Chris. Yep, there's going to be folks popping in. It's the way it always goes. That's the way it always goes. Now, talking about people popping in. Hey, we got, I tell you what, she's the queen of weed whacking here. Hey. Get her done, Granny. Out there just whipping that weed whacker around. I tell you what, who needs a lawnmower if you got Get Her Done Granny and a weed whacker? Yep. Yeah, check out her latest video. She just put it up too, and she's out there just a working. And it says, "What do I do?" The title, because people are asking her, "What do you do? What do you do? You just sit around there and on streams or what?" No, she's a busy lady, busy. And then we got this fella. Oh, he's shaking his head. Yes,
It's
we
me.
do.
Hey.
Me?
Good to see you, Granny. Good to see you, Sty.
You too.
Always
Yes.
good to be here.
Yep. Yeah, I was looking forward to tonight. I had kind of a busy day, didn't get much done, but I kept busy all day and the went to Walmart and that was a nightmare. Place
A
was
nightmare at Walmart? Come on.
yeah. I mean, it's back to itself. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's back to itself. Now it's the old Walmart before the whole lockdown thing.
Come on. Walmart's like going to the circuits. It's always a good time.
Yeah. It's like going to and the tickets, but the tickets aren't cheap. Usually it costs me anywhere from $20 to $80 just
Yeah.
going in there and out. Hey, Butcher's Block and Patriots Talk. Yeah, it's almost the weekend. Hey, Running Water
What's up,
boy.
Running Water?
Yeah.
Boy.
Boy. That boy, he got me concerned. He's coming home between the 4th and he's going to come home on the 4th, I guess, be home until the 10th, home for 6 days. And I was going to be out camping that whole stretch. And now I got to stick around home because I only get to see him about once every 2 to 3 months. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, so I'm going to have to stick around home to do day trips while he's here. I'm really itching though to get out camping. It's killing me. I just want to pull the adventure trailer out there. I don't care what state of unfinished it is. I just want to get out there, park that bugger somewhere near water, and spend a week. And just do a little bit of video work here and there throughout the week. Nothing, not concern myself with it being, every day, every minute I got to do content. I just want to, I need to just get out there and just kick my feet up and just enjoy the outdoors. And if it rains, sit in the greenhouse and just kick back. And yeah, your car can't make it to camp until you make repairs. No kidding. Yeah. Running Water's got to do some repairs on his car this trip home. So, but that's all right. I can hang out with him a little bit around his place. I can be working on the adventure trailer while he's working on his car.
What's up, E-Waste?
Hey, good to see you, Mike. Yeah. So now I know what Spicy's been up to. He's got a job.
Yeah. Yep.
He's working. Carpy Chris says, I need to get out fishing. That's me too. I just, I don't even give a darn if I catch anything right now. I just got to get out there, get a line wet, and just kick back. Yeah. Hey, Saucy Shane.
Saucy Shane. What's up, brother? Saucy Shane's here.
Yeah, D-Bag. Yeah, there's a lot of things that. Oh gosh, I'm glad I don't wrench do any heavy wrenching anymore. But I mean, yeah, I had cars where, had to do a valve job on a car, whole top end. I'd tear right into it. Had all the tools, everything I ever needed to tear right down out of frame if I needed to do it. But now, you need a new battery in your car? Yeah, I'll help you. No more, hey, would you throw a water pump in for me? No, yeah, I'll throw it at you. You get away from me. I don't yeah, I don't put parts on cars anymore unless it's my own. And then I limit that as much as possible. I've got 2 window actuators shot in my truck, driver's door and the passenger door right behind the driver's seat, both of them window actuators. Ford, them effers. Hey, Tim, see you, Kirk Whipper.
What's up,
The
Tim?
window actuators have plastic tabs that the window attaches to, right? It's just a hole in the glass. That tab's got a little nub in it that pops in that hole, and it's 2 pieces of plastic on the ends of that window actuator, the arms that raise it up and down. Them damn pieces of plastic bust after about a year. Oh, hey, Prince of Darkness, thank you. Thank you, thank you. There it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The
Come on.
STDs suck. Yeah, Sty transmitted diseases. You don't want to catch one of them.
Unfortunately, I think we've all got that.
Hey, Stumpwater Jack, good to see you.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. The boy, I got up this morning and I saw nothing but clouds in the sky, heavy clouds. Picked my phone up, checked it, and it said 0% chance of rain. And I thought, here we go. Weatherman's not looking out the window again. And I'm thinking, it's going to just storm and pour on us. And then just no more than thought that. And I said, oh, what the heck? I'll just keep I opened all the drapes and said, let what little light there is into the place. By the time I got the living room drapes all the way open, all of a sudden you could see beams of light coming out of the east through the clouds. And I thought, really? But it looked awful overcast to the west. And all of a sudden it just broke right up.
Did you see Dojo's comment there, Sty?
I'm trying to find where is it? Did I see the 2.0 stickers? Did I see somebody saying hi to Loopy Lisa?
Yeah, I do. Granny did. Yep, she must be here. I didn't see her come in. Hey, Loopy Lisa.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Hey, Lisa, if you check your Facebook Messenger, well, you shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Sty 2.0 stickers. I mean, I get marketing right through my friends, man.
That's got to be the coolest sticker around. I mean, look at that.
That's pretty sharp, man.
Yeah.
You know, you are going to have to send me one. I am a member.
You are.
I'm a member in good standing, too. I paid my bill. Boy, I tell you what, we had an individual the other night that went just hog crazy, super chatting my channel to death. And I just want to let you guys know 60% of what he super chatted, and I'm telling you, he super chatted a good chunk. 60% of that, of the total super chats, that's not after the 30% discount. So there's only 10% left. 60% of it I went out and spread around with other channels that are always showing up here and being supportive, and I shared it out. because that was so unusual. Look at this pretty girl. There she is.
Hey, beautiful.
Hi, sweetie.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she beautiful?
You're crazy.
Yes, Loopy Lisa, I did. Look at look at Facebook Messenger, girl.
Hey, Loopy.
Loopy tried calling me and I missed it.
Feedback, Kibble. Hey, Sty. Hey, Granny. Hey,
I
Phil.
gotta go back and take a look and see how when it was she tried to call me. I just felt terrible. I just saw it just shortly ago. It said, Loopy Lisa called you. I go and say what? I must have been out. Oh, but my gosh, I go out today and we got a restaurant here in town. I'm not going to mention the restaurant's name, but it's been closed through the whole COVID thing. And
Hey, sis.
I got it. Oh,
My bad, Tom. Sorry, sir.
yeah, and it's not even really story night, but I'm sure the story slips out every campfire night. Yeah, we have fun around here. We have fun around here, no matter what. The Suzex, you're a sweetheart. You're a sweetheart. I tell you what, Runny Egg's a pretty lucky bugger. You're a pretty lucky bugger. The yeah, and the thing is, he knows it too. He knows it. Yeah, Suzex is.
Yeah, because she's a beaut.
Oh, she is. She is. She's a beaut. Yeah, and I can tell that she's no pushover either, because she ain't letting Runny Egg use her as eye candy, for drawing people in. Loopy, don't call. Loopy.
Loopy.
Loopy, I gotta decline the call, girl. I'm in the middle of a live stream. Yeah,
this isn't pre-recorded, Loopy Lisa.
I sent you a link to get up here on the panel.
Yeah, there you go. Come on up here and talk.
Yeah, you should come up here and talk. There's no secret amongst friends. Well, I should say, yeah, well.
Really?
Yeah, it might stay a secret for a day or two, and then it's, for some reason, we're just like the government. It gets leaked. All right, who on the inside leaked that information? It'll be all over CNN next, you'll see it. No, definitely not. I would cringe, Susan says. Dojo and Loopy Lisa's having a blonde moment. Lisa, are you trying to figure out how to click a link to get on the stream? It's there. It's right there in Messenger, just above your phone call.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking me to call. My bad.
No.
He asking you up on the panel, Loopy. He asking you up on the panel. Yeah.
Not that we haven't done that before. Had someone call in that was normally on the panel and had him on the phone during the panel before.
Yeah, well, and my phone's damn near dead, so that wouldn't work.
Hey, D-Bag.
Yeah, I gotta really get serious about getting me a new phone, because this bugger, I gotta charge it twice a day now, even if I'm not using it. So. Boy, I got my new accessory for my Hero 7 Black. It's pretty nice. Got nice lens cover and this new frame. All of the microphones are fully exposed. I can open the hatch doors on it, and I can swap out, or I can hook up any of the cabling I want to it while it's still in the frame. I can charge the battery through it. $14 I paid for the new frame for this camera, and it is sweet. And I love this lens cover. Yeah, it's waterproof. It's waterproof up to 33 feet. But back in my scuba diving days, it's good for 1 atmosphere. In scuba diving, every 33 feet is an atmosphere.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the reason you need to know that if you're a scuba diver is that's how you do your decompression calculations. You base your decompression time on how many atmospheres down you went and how long you stayed at that atmosphere. And then that tells you how much time you're going to have, what atmosphere you're going to have to stop at and wait until you decompress properly, and then you can continue coming up.
A plethora of information. You always never seem to surprise me with how much stuff you know, Sty.
I'm telling you, Phil, I'm telling you. I was terrible as a teenager. My mother, she said, God, Sty, you don't need to learn that. You don't need to know everything. I said, I don't expect to be a professional in any one thing, but I want to be knowledgeable in anything I see, everything I can touch. And that's the way I was as a teenager. Man, I just went nuts, and I got to drive
teenager.
I got to drive my first stock car when I was 13 years old. And boy, oh boy, did the owner of the stock car catch hell, because 13-year-olds were not allowed out on the track. and I ran 6 sets before they caught on that I was only 13. There she is. Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Lucy.
Hello.
What's with the avatar?
Yeah, because I've just done a 12-hour shift and I look rubbish.
No,
You
you
don't look rubbish.
I look rubbish.
You do not look rubbish.
I do not want to give people nightmares.
Let us make that determination. Show us, and if you're rubbish, we'll tell you.
Yeah, we're.
I can't. No.
We love our friends up here, and yeah, we're very honest with people. So yeah, you can pop right up here, and if we think you're rubbish, we'll say, hey, put the avatar back up.
I'm on my phone right now. I'm literally on my phone right now. I have not got my laptop.
Well, get off of your phone and just put it. I'm surprised it's not muffled. It's if you're on.
Well, that's it. If you're
I'm on my
it,
phone. Yeah, no, I'm literally on my phone.
Literally.
If you're actually on your phone, it's probably best you have your camera off.
Right. You may show something you don't want to show.
Right. I'd have to make this
Oh my God,
18 plus, Yeah, arcade saying Loopy Lisa never looks bad. No, she don't.
I do. Oh my goodness, you have not seen me first thing in the morning. Oh, nightmares. I
always wondered what it would be like to see you first thing in the morning, though.
Not good. It's never good. No, really, you don't. Not good. I need to sort myself out. I have been up since 5:30 this morning.
No, you were good. You were good enough for the general public to see you, but not for us.
Right.
Yeah. Kind of. Yes.
Hey, Food Forest Permaculture. Good to see. Yeah.
Nothing personal, obviously.
We'll try not to take it personal.
Thank you. It's not personal.
With my poor hearing, and I don't have hearing aids. Dojo, he can crank it up and crank the volume up if he wants, and I can't crank my volume up on the TV anymore. Otherwise, I get feedback. And
is Dojo here?
And Lisa is quiet when she talks.
And what?
You're quiet.
No, are you joking?
I cannot. I couldn't hear that.
Oh. Let me.
Oh.
How do I turn? Can you hear me?
You have to speak up, Loopy.
Can you hear me? Hello.
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 A little better.
Is that better? I'll put my mouth slightly closer.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Oh no, that I heard.
I'm here. Hello.
You gotta get right close to that phone so you can whisper in my ear, girl.
Where it's almost touching.
Yeah.
Let's
Then you can whisper in my ear. Hey JCT, good to see you. Good to see you.
Oh god, Loopy.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I can't show my face. My face is rubbish. Literally, no, not good. So, but it's lovely to see you guys. It's lovely.
It's just lovely.
Always lovely. Always lovely.
So you're watching us at least, right?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good, good, good.
I see you, Sty. I see you. Shaking that ass. I see you. And Phil and Anne. Is it just the four of us? It's just the four of us. Hello. Hi, Anne. My gorgeous.
And get it down, Granny.
Hi, Phil.
Hello.
Granny.
Hello, Loopy Lisa.
I'm right here.
Oh, who's that?
Oh, my marshmallow's on fire.
Oh no.
Who am I missing?
Get it on, Granny.
Is that slang for something?
Do you know what? I'm on my phone and I can't see what's going on properly.
Well, she kind of blends in with her background right now. She does. She
Get
is
her!
really
Oh my God! It's get her done, Granny. Hello.
Hey.
You were kind of swished between Phil and Sty. I couldn't see you. Hello. Hi. How are
Thank you. Thank you, Prince of Darkness.
I'm so sorry.
Well, I got my first marshmallow of the night to eat.
Yeah.
How long till the fire department comes?
As long as he's not drinking, we should be okay.
They can show up. I got plenty. Oh Lord, that tastes good.
What are you eating? What's that?
I just ate a roasted marshmallow.
A marshmallow.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a cooked marshmallow or a raw marshmallow?
A what?
Is it cooked or raw?
Raw.
Yeah. Marshmallows can be cooked or raw.
Cooked?
It's roasted.
It's roasted. I roasted my marshmallow
roasted it.
over the fire.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
We're having a campfire.
Yeah, it's around the campfire tonight, so I got to eat marshmallows during the stream tonight.
Oh, okay.
I get away
It's
with
very
it because
hot.
I haven't eaten all day, and I know my blood sugar has got to be low, so I'm going to eat some marshmallows, doggone it.
Welcome,
Good
Patriot
choice.
Rob.
Good choice.
Sit around the campfire, hear him tell a tale.
In between marshmallows.
In between marshmallows. And whatever other snack food happens to come out.
I don't have any other ones.
Yeah. I'm still working on these jelly bellies. I'm about halfway through them. I think it's giving me a jelly belly.
Holy God, I can't believe you've eaten half that jar of Jelly Bellies. Hey, Suzex, if I could, I would. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what. They're not quite the same as sitting out or on the live campfire, I've got my pack stove on my studio, on my studio table, so I can have a marshmallow on demand, But To me, marshmallows at home, indoors, roasted, are like TV dinners. It's it's food, but it's just not the real thing. Getting out around the campfire and roasted marshmallows, now that's a whole different story.
Patriot Rob, you're not around Minnesota, are you?
Oh man, Minnesota. Now
What a mess.
Lake Street in Hiawatha. It's my old hangout. In fact, all the aerial photos are showing of the rioting and the looting and that. Not just a couple blocks from there is where I got my very first tattoo in my life. It was just a couple blocks down the street from there. And that's my old stomping grounds. I was born and raised just, no more than 20 minutes to the west of there. In what is now the suburbs. Suburbs of Minneapolis. It's terrible what's going on down there. It's terrible.
What's going on down there? I don't watch the news.
A fella got arrested, and the officer, they got him in cuffs. Officer had him down on the ground, put his knee on the fella's neck, and kept continuous downward pressure for 6 minutes, and killed the individual.
Yeah.
Well, the community went into a total uproar. Now, I was just as upset as anybody in that damn community, because that should never happen to anybody. I don't care even if the guy was guilty as sin. I don't care if he was guilty as sin. No officer has the right to commit a death sentence on anybody.
Correct.
No ifs, ands, or buts. That goes beyond police brutality. That's not,
But them rioting don't help them. I mean, look there.
But that was going to be my next point.
Yep.
But everybody out there rioting, to me, they're no better than that damn cop.
Yep.
They're destroying their own home, their own community. They looted. Oh, Lisa. They they looted. That they're only talking about 3 or 4 different stores, but they've actually looted 9 so far.
Well, that's more than that. I was just live an hour ago. There's a lot more than that now.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
The last update I had was 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. No.
And the thing is the one smoke shop that they went in and they just cleaned them out. I mean, they looted the whole place. I used to go down there and buy smokes. That they're going to shut that place down. I'll be surprised if the owners ever reopen it. The Target, I watched 2 hours of footage of them looting the Target. Well, the cops weren't going to go in there because they were afraid that it was going to turn extremely violent again.
Right.
Yeah.
So they just stood back and said, just we're going to go in if shots are fired. Otherwise, we're not going in.
Right.
And they just ripped off that Target store, wiped it out. And I got pissed because I saw comments online. Well, Target, big corporation, they got it coming. It's not like it's hurting them. And it's not yours. You don't have the right to steal it. I was so pissed because they took a tragedy, this poor man getting killed by this officer, and they turned it into a travesty, is what they did.
And unfortunately, this happens way too often.
Yes.
There's peaceful way to protest for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what you do. I mean, yes, you're getting more recognition by doing it this way, but you're getting negative recognition. And other people begin to fear people when they act out like this, and people don't want to fear other people,
Yeah.
So
that's, and that's it. Is, well, Patriot Rob saying, Sty, they have moved into the suburbs. Bad idea, because we're waiting with our Second Amendment toys.
Yeah.
Well, I've got 3 nephews and 2 nieces that they work in the suburbs near. They're on the west end, and it's not going to happen where they work. They, people are saying we can't let this happen, and people are going to defend their homes for crying out loud. They had 30 fires last night before 11 o'clock last night. They had 30 active fires. That required almost every single fire unit in the whole metro area to respond. And that puts everybody else outside of that area at risk because they're sending mutual aid to Minneapolis. Same with all of the surrounding suburbs are sending in law enforcement as mutual aid to help try to get this thing toned down. And the thing is, these people, they get caught and they go, but what they did to that guy wasn't right. We're victims. You are not a damn victim. You're a criminal.
Yeah, that guy was a victim.
He was a victim, and his family members were victims. You're not. You're just a selfish SOB that went and stole somebody else's goods and destroyed their property. And you belong behind bars. Don't you give me this. Well, it's our community that they insult. I don't care.
No.
I don't care. Nothing gives you a free ticket to be an unlawful, terrible person. Nobody has that free ticket.
I'm really sorry, but I don't. What's this? I'm
That's
really. I'm sorry if I'm ignorant.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear
Speak
me
up.
now? Hello.
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 Hello. Hello. I think I might be really ignorant, but I'm not sure what you're talking about.
It's it's not world news. It's but there was an incident in Minnesota where a police officer used excessive force, Loopy Lisa, and he had his knee on a gentleman's side of his neck for an excessive period of time until the person passed out and died. And of course, the people in that community are outraged by the fact, and they are doing terrible things like looting and rioting, and it seems like it may be moving into the suburbs now, and it's not right. So,
and it's the looting and the rioting on the streets was bad enough, but when they started setting fires and they started burning businesses, why are they burning these businesses to the ground? Did somebody die? Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, the gentleman died by the police officer's hands, by his knee, but yeah, the police officer used excessive force, and
Okay, so people are kind of rebelling against that. Is that
right?
Is that
correct?
What you're saying?
Correct.
They're rioting, but they're not
protesting, and I don't like, because our national news, a lot of it is trying to put it off as it's a protest. This is a demonstration, a protest against this man dying.
No.
It's not a protest. It's a bunch of lawless individuals. That is a riot. That is not protest. Protest is
I agree.
When your rights end at the end of my nose. The minute you actually injure me, your rights are out the window, buddy. You just committed a crime. And that's what's going on there. Is they're destroying businesses. They're robbing them. They're burning them. They're hurting individuals on the streets. Now it's just pure lawlessness. And I don't feel bad. Now we're going to hear a bunch of stories. Oh, well, the cops tear gassed me, and then they beat me with nightsticks, and then they put cuffs on me and threw me in the car, and they left my 60-inch stolen TV sitting out on the street for somebody else to take. Do you think I'm going to feel sorry for you? No. Yeah. If you're in that mix, if you're out in that mix, you're going to get your becomings.
Yep. And whether you're doing something wrong or not.
Sorry for you. Nobody's going to feel sorry for you.
Mm-hmm.
You can stay home. You can stay out of that mess. You can protest from your front yard with hang a sheet out your window saying, arrest the officer, or whatever you want to do, as long as you're not damaging other people.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
You
Yeah.
take care, Rob, too, and stay safe.
A dam went out in Wisconsin? Huh. I haven't heard of that. I'm surprised. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. Must have happened downstate. Because I talked to a lot of people today, and in fact, I talked to 3 people from the UP today. So I kind of got the whole region talked out.
Yeah, we should probably get off of that subject though, because some people can get very sensitive about any thing that you say about this.
So let's talk about around the campfire.
What's up, Newfoundlander Ingalls family? How are you? Welcome.
Great to see you.
Hey,
Ingalls family.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I keep thinking of this Campfire for crying out loud. Hello.
What's up, WH Outdoors?
Oh yeah, the Philadelphia Experiment. That's a good movie. They've made a couple versions of it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just going to go and get a hoodie. It's getting a little chilly here. Just bear with me 1 second. Carry on.
Well, if it's chilly, we really want to see you now.
Well, yeah. Well, go put something on that you can come
to her lap.
I'm going to go and get. Hang on. 1 sec. Stay there. 1 sec.
Oh, Bradley, there you go. I'm eating a coconut cake and ice cream. There's a different subject.
Yeah. Good.
Is that a white coconut cake then? That's the only way they make them, right? White icing.
Oh, WH Outdoors? No. I will not be hosting a camp this summer, a campground. The Forest Service at this point, it appears that I don't think any hosts will be put into our campgrounds. If they reopen the campgrounds, the Forest Service will maintain the facilities, and they won't be bringing in volunteers for long-term stays in the campgrounds. I called them, in fact, the other day and asked them, I said, hey, do you want to host for the campground that they wanted me to host? I asked, you want to host? You know, if you open up in June, maybe I'd be interested. I could get myself a booster for the signal out there, and I could probably still manage my YouTube channel without having to leave camp. But they said, nope, no plans.
Hey, Eric.
D-bag, that's all right. Yeah, we're all human.
Can I just say hello, Kimberly Farris? Kimberly Farris always comes in and always says hello to everybody. She's amazing.
Yes, she is.
She is absolutely amazing, and I just want to say she really is. She's always there, and she's fab.
And Kimberly is 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
Usually better than 9 out of 10 times. The very first one to leave a comment on any of my streams. She's right there way before the stream starts.
Yeah.
She is. Yeah.
Phil.
What are you having?
Some snacks.
Frozen Reaper?
No fresh Reaper.
You need to take a picture.
Oh, those are out of the box.
Yeah, the box. After a couple of days, you really got to take them out of the box and put them in a plastic bag, refrigerate them, and put a paper towel in there for the moisture.
Uh-huh.
I thought you like it moist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chowser. Yeah, I have the same problem. I have the same
Eric,
problem.
Eric Pollock is in the shot to take your tincture.
Oh, Eric is here. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Where's the tincture? You know, the thing is he does that where
Hashtag moist.
where whatever panel he's on, if Eric shows up, he does tincture. No wonder
Yeah,
he runs,
yeah, yeah, yeah. We can see we can do that, Phil. Yeah.
no wonder he runs out. That's yep. Phil. Ah.
I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
That is cutesy.
That's a good burn, Eric. You do a good job on that, man.
You
It
see
definitely doesn't
the
have any kind of sweet flavor or caramely or any of those flavors other than hotter than F flavor.
now,
You're back,
folks.
you
Did you see on the super chat board behind Phil?
Yep.
He's got the heart with the arrow in it for Carolyn.
Oh, yeah.
That is so nice.
Yeah,
And
that's lovely.
yeah, folks. Hey, I said it on Phil's panel. It's like she's on the panel with us, guys.
There you go.
There
She was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Lovely lady. I've chatted to a couple of people on here, and she's amazing.
Yeah, she left her mark on a lot of people's hearts. That's for sure.
She was also another one that was so welcoming, and anybody that came into the chats, she was there saying hello. Just a fabulous personality and huge personality. Disgusting. It's gutting. It really is.
Hey, D-bag. That sucks. I found $500 today on an inspection for pest control, stuffed in a door frame, and your dad wouldn't let you take it. Yeah, that your dad sounds like my pop. Yeah, my pop would say, if you left one fingerprint on there, I'm cutting your finger off. That isn't yours. Oh, come on, finders, keepers. No, you find
What
it,
number, Phil?
it'll cut your fingers off. Yep.
What number, Phil?
Number 9.
And that is.
Well, you just wanted to know what number.
What is number 9? What
Number
is
9 is BOC X Reaper Red.
X Reaper Red?
Okay.
No.
X Reaper Red.
Another one of those crosses with Reaper. Now, of course, I'm sitting here already with my nose running from Eric's tincture.
You know, certain species should not crossbreed. Look at that thing. Oh, another thick one.
Yeah, this one's got a lot. This is going to be like the one last night. That one, was it last night? No, night before last. I ate that one. That had a ton of placenta, and it had the inside of my lips and gums burning, right up inside and right on the inside of the lips. Usually it's the tongue, and it's not right up front. And that time it was right up front. Here we go.
No. Yes, Brandy, that was Carolyn Kennard, a dear friend of ours here on YouTube. She just passed away the other day. And we're honoring her. Everybody's honoring her this week. The Sunday Sty story. I encourage everybody to be there for the Sunday Sty story because, yeah, we'll be remembering Carolyn on Sunday. Keep it fresh for a while, and we want to keep her in our hearts forever. So,
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool. You come over here, Phil, to injure yourself. That's
Oh, I got. I'm trying to do. I didn't do one last night. I'm trying to do a pepper a day or more, just so I'm ready for Monday. So
yeah. You only got a few days left, bud.
yeah. Thank God I don't have to do 40 super hot peppers. I'm just doing 40 of those.
Oh God. You know, at least those bars are encased in white chocolate. You know, at least that you got that.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not in a I'm going to burn your guts out little red case.
Yep. Well, there's a couple of things. Like I said, the tincture is, especially if it doesn't have a flavor in it, is straight up burn. Peppers by themselves are straight up burn. You know,
Yeah.
The other stuff burns. Chocolate burns, but it isn't the chocolate that burns; it's the stuff in the chocolate. So you got a combination of things. So,
yeah.
Do you know what, Phil? Phil, I don't think I've ever seen you look so attractive. That runny nose, I think that's what does it for me. That's just amazing.
yeah, they're hot, and it sits there and builds. Ooh.
The runny nose does it for you? Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
You all right there, Phil? You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Eyes are watering, nose is running. You know, it's sexy time.
Nice. Nice.
I'm pretty sure Arcade that Phil will break the record on the chocolate bars Monday. He's going to set that bar so high that anybody else wants it, they're going to have to really work for it. Phil's kind of guy, you know. Thank God I don't do that with hot shit like he does. But I'm that way too. Is don't tell me I can't do it. You know, if I tell you I'm going to do it, then you know I'm either going to do it or I'm going to die trying. You know, that I'm going to give it right till it cannot be done, and then I feel okay. There you go. That was if I could not complete it, it's because it was a bridge too far. You know. Yeah.
Do you know what? I think I might have to challenge Phil.
I can't hear her.
You have to speak up, Lisa.
I cannot hear you, Lisa.
Oh,
you speak up, my dear.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Real good now.
I think I might have to challenge Phil because I am really good with hot stuff. I am really good.
Buy one.
I've never challenged anyone with anything. I think I might have to. I think I could do it. I think I could.
I'd love to see you do it.
I think I might be able to. I would be happy.
And I bet you there's a lot of people that like to see you do it.
You think?
What the hell are you guys talking about?
A white lightning.
Yeah, I think I will. If you want to challenge me, Phil, if you want to challenge, I will do it. And because I eat jalapenos quite happily.
Well, I tell you what.
I love pepper. Anything. I have to have pepper on everything. So, I think I could do it.
Well, let's do this, Loopy Lisa.
Okay.
You get yourself a white lightning. Anybody else in the chat that wants to join us, get a white lightning. And let's say right around June 15th, we'll get a panel of as many people as we can together.
Yeah,
around June 15th, and we'll all do it together. That means you're gonna have to order it pretty quick.
What is it? What is the white lightning?
That's that chocolate bar.
Send her a link, Phil. Send her a link.
Yeah, please, because I will download. I will get that. Oh, Sherry Watson. Hi, Sherry. Sorry to see you.
Hey, Sherry.
There's Loopy Lisa Squirrel.
Yeah, I do you know what? I have done nothing. I have not done any kind of challenge with anyone ever. But I
And
think I
don't you
really
want
do
to
think I
join?
could do it.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think I could do it.
Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's great to see you, Sherry Watson.
Have a good night, Orchid.
Have a good night.
Yeah, I'll order one for that. I'll be on the
Yeah, can
panel
you
with you guys.
send me
to
the
eat one of
link?
them.
Send me the link. What is it? White Lightning.
Chocolate, white chocolate
Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, I
with
can
some
absolutely. I will do. Yeah,
reapers in it.
I am so up for that. Yeah, I'm so up for that.
There's a link in the chat for anybody.
And send it to Loopy on the messenger.
I'm doing that right
Yeah,
now.
please.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Yes, mom.
Yes, mom. Yes, mom.
Have you decided what you're gonna call me?
That is so weird being called mom. I'm never called. Oh, I've got
No,
it.
I'm
I've got it.
Sty's mom. I'm Phil's mom. I'm
got it.
everybody's mom. People in the chat call me mom. Yeah.
Yeah. Bradley's saying, I think y'all old folks need to sign a waiver. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
No. Bradley, you know better. You've seen me eat the hot stuff. You've seen me do reapers and did the VAT 19 bar.
Nobody's ever seen me do it. Nobody's ever seen me do it.
Well, D-Bag, all we're gonna do is we're all gonna have one.
Yeah, we're just gonna eat one together.
And we'll just see how people react differently.
Hey, Samantha.
Yeah.
What's up, Sam? I am.
Hey, Samantha.
I don't like green eggs and ham. Sam, I am. Do not like them on a plane. Do not like them on a train.
What the hell was that?
I'm very excited about this now because I am the alpha female.
Ooh. Take charge kind of gal.
Oh, I already ordered one, so yeah, I'm before you.
I think that'd be pretty fun, man. Yeah. I got one. I got one that, heck, it should be here any day for to do a s'mores out around the campfire out in the woods. And so I'll order another one tonight for this thing, middle of June. Yeah.
And it's for a good cause. 50 meals go towards Feeding America, an organization and where 99 cents out of every dollar goes towards meals and programs, not into CEOs' pockets. So
yeah. And that's the way I look. That's the way I looked at my purchases too for the White Lightnings. I'm making a donation more than I'm purchasing something. You know, I'm making the donation because it's such a good cause and it's a good agency, well managed agency. So it's worth the investment.
I don't get that. The Hunt for the Heat said, "Wow, Lisa just threw down." What's that? What's that?
Throw down means like you took on the challenge. She's throwing down. She's putting a box of gloves on and she's throwing down.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Proper challenge going down right now.
So it's the first mall.
Hello. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but barely, girl.
Oh, what's going on? Why can't you hear me? Oh, I don't know.
There's times you come in real good. Other times it sounds like you're getting far away.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Better.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you stop sitting on your phone so we can hear you?
Oh, there's where I've been going wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
So
you said you were on your phone, so I mean,
that's what happens when you're on the phone.
That's where I've been going wrong. I'll change that now. That's okay. I'm not sitting on it now. All good. Oh. So is this happening, Phil? Is this
Yeah, it'll
actually
happen.
happening?
It may not be on the 15th, you know,
I
but
don't
if
mind.
enough people get
Whenever.
them and get back with me, it'll be somewhere. It'll be the 15th or later. It'll be the month of June, somewhere probably between the 15th and the 21st or something, somewhere in that
Okay.
time frame, just to give everybody a couple of days to get one
Okay.
order. I mean, it might take longer for it to get to the UK, so I may have to wait a little longer for you and Dojo.
Okay.
Right.
So right? So you sent me a link. So all I have
Yep.
to do
So
is
all you
click
got to do is,
on the link,
yep,
and I will get a white light. What is it? White lightning?
white lightning. Yep,
Okay.
yep, and it's a little bitty guy. He's only like a half an ounce of white chocolate, but it's got a 12 pepper blend of super hot peppers in it.
Oh, do you know? I am so up for that. I'm gonna ace this. Literally, I'm gonna ace this. Never done anything like this in my life before. It'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. It'll be good. Maybe not. I might not ace it. But I'll do my best.
Yeah, hey, Samantha, it is too nice to be indoors. It's in the mid 70s there in Alaska. It feels like 80 though. Had to come cool off inside. Yep, get one of these little camp stoves and roast yourself a marshmallow.
Oh, Sherry Watson, I love you and miss you too, Sherry.
Well, D-Bag, if you saw me do my first one, I was made fun of because my first one that I did, the only one I've done so far, is I did it in one bite. I took the whole thing and went, and put it in my mouth in one bite. So apparently, you know, someone, Cindy or someone like that was saying, "How can you do that? That's so big." So,
Well, break it in half and stack
I'm
it.
not going to
Break it into 4 and stack it, and then it's easier to put in your mouth.
I got my training going back here when I start on Monday.
Hey, Running Water is leaving and Sussex is leaving. Just so you guys know.
Running Water's leaving?
Yeah, he's heading out for drinks with an old honey.
An old honey. I see ya.
And Sussex.
Behave yourself, boy.
Stay away from them lot lizards.
I have a story to tell you if you're interested.
Hi, Monica.
Always.
Oh my goodness, this is immense. This is so funny.
Make sure you speak up.
Can you hear me?
Make sure you speak up is all I'm saying.
Yes. Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay. So I'm planning on putting it on my channel. I got a message from somebody called Richard Gilbert on my Facebook, and I realized straight away that he was a scammer, like a proper scammer. All the red flags, all the flags were going up. And I have got loads and loads of messages, and he said he was a soldier in Afghanistan. He was from Florida, all the rest of it, all this stuff. And I was waiting for him to ask me for money, and it took probably about a week. And he did end up asking me for an Amazon gift card. Is that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Suze.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna hopefully gonna get all this up on my channel at some point. But it was there. I can't believe that people fall for.
Oh, they do.
I guess, but it's just I can tell why, to be fair, because he was very good at what he was grooming me. I could feel myself being groomed, but at the same time I knew what was going on, so it was fine. So I'm kind of, in a way, I'm wasting his time. If he's talking to me, he's not talking to somebody else that might actually fall for it. But I have recorded everything, screenshotted everything. He rang me, and I will. I have to. I have to give you the video of where he rang me because I recorded it. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. All of it is so strange, so strange.
Well, I'm glad you didn't fall for it because my
I
sister,
would never. No,
my sister-in-law was falling for it, and just before about the time she was going up to like the Walgreens or whatever to get these gift cards,
no.
she made a phone call to a family or family member. Someone made a phone call to her. She made a phone call to a family member, and she said what she was doing. And they're like, "Are you kidding me? Don't be an idiot. This is a scam."
No.
Yeah, and she didn't realize.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
To be fair,
Real
they
quick,
are
guys.
very
Real
good
quick,
at what
guys.
they
I want to
do.
give Suzex a shout out. Hey, guys,
Suzex, hi,
Suze.
she's pushing 1,000 subs. So
Oh,
if you haven't followed Suze, get over there and check her out
yes.
and support her. Watch a video, leave a comment, just show her some love and support over there. She's getting so close to 1,000 over there. So yeah,
I will absolutely. I will be straight
a
over
couple
there.
days ago, I was over there
Hi,
checking
Suzex.
out things, and she was at 750 at the time. So she's getting close. She's getting up there around the 1,000 mark. So if we can help her get to
Yes,
1,000, that'd be
absolutely.
great.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, bless
So,
her. She's given me. Oh, bless her. Super chatted as well. Bless her. Yeah, I will be over there, Suze. Thank you. But yeah, no, they are so good at what they do, Phil. So good. So there's no shame. There's no shame in people being groomed and spammed and
yeah,
scammed and whatever.
my
There's no shame in it.
my
It's just
my eldest daughter fell prey to one of them, and over $3,000 into them before I found out what she was doing. And she said, and he had her convinced it was for a very good cause and blah blah blah. And I started taking a look into the individual, and I told her, I said, you know what, you just pissed away $3,000. I said, it's just it went right into his pocket. So now he took your $3,000 to go scam 3,000 off of each of another 30 people.
Yeah.
And yeah, she learned the hard way.
Now, the funny part is that most of these scammers are working for a head scammer. So most of these scammers are getting these phone numbers and these leads.
Yep.
And they only receive a small portion.
Yep.
Of that amount of money they get from you.
Yeah, if they're not an independent, they're working for it's basically a corral of scammers working for one top dog.
Yep.
I had some call me one time, and I told them, they kept talking. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a dumb hillbilly. I can't read. I can't say another. And they're like, what? And they started talking funny, talking in a different language. I said, y'all sound funny. Y'all sound real funny. What's wrong?
I love that. That's brilliant.
And they said, you funny.
Oh, I had one that was trying to scam me, and I told him, I said, you know, I'm really good with this. I just don't like all of the messing around. You know, you're going to PayPal me this, and then I PayPal you that, and all this back and forth. I said, I'll tell you what, I really want to help you out. Why don't you show up at my door? You show right up here at my door. I'll give you 10 grand. I'll write you a check for $10,000 if you show up at the door. Some bitch never got back to me.
No, how weird is that?
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it. Never got back to me.
I said, somebody else has to pay my bills and stuff because I can't read. That's you know.
Yeah.
But do you know what? do you know what was really weird was that he
Hey, Cool Quest.
he asked to call me. He told me he was from Florida and he was a soldier that was working in Afghanistan, and he was from Florida, and he asked to call me, and I thought, this is really weird. This is going to be weird because if he's from Florida, then he's going to have an American accent. So he rang me, right? This guy, Nigerian accent, Nigerian.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I say, you're from Florida? Yes. And I was like, okay, you born in Florida? Yes. I was like, right, okay. And I didn't make a big deal of it. It was all good. But it was
When he said he
thing was
fought in
so weird.
Afghanistan, you should have asked him for which
side, right? Which side?
Yeah, which side?
I did not. Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. That didn't even cross my mind.
You know, that's the thing though with people like that. Hindsight's 20/20. You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
I should have said. Yeah.
Yeah. I did ask him what the time was, where he was, a couple of times. I did say, what is the time where you are? But he ignored me the first couple of times, but then probably Googled it.
That's it. He ignored you until he could look it up.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easy. To do that. So, but yeah, I can understand. I totally understand why people are sound. And if people are lonely and kind of desperate, then I can see why these people would get into them, but I'm not.
Well, difference is you knew about scams like this. That's the problem, is the people that don't know about this stuff.
Exactly.
You know about it, then when you get one, you're kind of like, oh, this is maybe what everyone's talking about. But if you've never been scammed like that before, then you have no idea.
No.
Oh boy, those scammers really prey on the seniors too.
Oh yeah, bad.
Oh my god, yes they do.
I mean,
yeah, they do.
I mean, right to the point where they actually will get account access to their Social Security, and they'll just, they'll wipe out 2 or 3 Social Security checks. That's Oh, fire! Fire! It's out. That marshmallow was kind of getting away from me. Hey, Dennis, you want a marshmallow?
Sty,
too bad.
Come on, I'm just gonna go for a wee wee. I'll be 2 seconds.
You can just say be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see me. I forgot. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Right back. Right
What's
back.
up, plain old Chuck?
Well, you're not coming up live on here so we can see you. So don't worry. Just sit there. You can see yourself.
I just,
you even know.
Yeah, just take the phone with you. We'll listen to your tinkle.
Yeah, we don't mind listening to the sound of a bubbling creek.
Yeah, there you go. Next to the campfire that Sty's doing the marshmallow. Just don't get any of that water, that babbling brook on your marshmallow, Sty.
That babbling brook, yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go have a wee. I'll see you.
Okay, go have a wee. Holy mackerel!
Oh, that one was good. That one was perfect for a s'more.
Was it?
Oh my!
Now I know you're cooking it on a campfire, but what kind of campfire are you cooking it in?
What kind of campfire am I cooking it in?
Yeah, or on. Okay. Man-made, I got you.
I've always got a campfire nearby. I learned that I can't start wood fires in the house without getting in trouble. So these are perfect. I mean, there's no odor, and you can turn them on just to cook your marshmallow and shut it back off.
Yeah.
And one of these larger tanks like this, oh God, I tell you what, I go through about 40 bags of marshmallows before I put a dent in this tank. So, yeah, that's just instant campfire. And see, the stove portion, I had out in the damn truck for months, sitting out there half the winter. So the other day I went and snatched it up and said, "Hey, next campfire, I'm eating marshmallows, man."
It's funny. I've got a friend that's a plumber, and he's got the little nozzle that he off the little propane tank that he used for and stuff and whatnot,
or sweating joints and stuff.
And he'll make a campfire. He'll get all the wood and everything. He'll lay off one of those. He'll light one of those things off and lay it right there to the side where it's blowing right on the wood. He don't use matches. He don't use paper. He just lets that damn thing go until everything's caught, and then he pulls it out of the fire, and he don't leave it. There's no flames licking the tank, but he throws it right on in there.
When we had the tree service, we yarded all of the wood and brush and everything out on this big, huge piece of property that we had. It was during the Dutch elm disease era, and you weren't allowed. You could cut it up and use it for firewood yourself, but you weren't allowed to sell it or anything. It had to be destroyed, burned up to try to get rid of the Dutch elm. Well, we'd have piles that were 60 feet tall and cover almost a full acre, and we'd have to burn those once a month. And we go out there, and we had the big long hoses and the 20-pound propane cylinder with the rod with the torch on the end. It's just like a damn flamethrower. And there'd be 4 of us out there running around that pile trying to get that big pile lit. And I learned real quick. Now I just set the torch in there under a bunch of brush, lit, and then I go do something until I realized, it's burning. Then I could go grab that tank and hose and drag it all out of there. But that was handy for starting campfires, man. It only took you about 2 minutes to have a campfire roaring with that thing.
You mean one of these, Sty?
Watch out for Granny.
That's it.
That's what I like my fires with.
Brush burner, but ours had about a
She's got a flamethrower and she's naked.
We had about a 6-foot rod. What? Naked?
She's got a flamethrower and she's naked.
Tell you what, hot is hot.
We cook out in the backyard and make s'mores. That's what I used to start my fire with.
I was checking her out in her jeans out there weed whacking.
Yeah. Hey, Beasley Ironworks, David. It's awesome to see you tonight.
Is that ginger ale or is that the champagne of beers, Granny?
Ginger ale.
Oh, okay. I see the gold can and,
Hello. Hello.
Did you get the paperwork done? Did you get the paperwork done, Lisa?
Hello, what?
Did you get the paperwork done?
Paperwork?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Good.
Oh, yes.
And you wash your hands, right?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Absolutely.
No cross-contaminating.
Anti-bac, all of that.
Oh, God, no. That Canada Dry Bold, that stuff's nasty.
Canada Dry Bold?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God! Do you know what? I love your accent so much that it's just amazing. I can't. I love hearing your voice.
Them girls bought a case of that down from a store when they didn't have regular. I said, well, I doubt I tried.
Where are you from?
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Oh my God, your voice is amazing. I love your accent.
I'm a hillbilly.
Oh, I love it. I love your accent so much. It's amazing.
We all love them Southern accents.
Oh, I love it.
I think that bowl was bottom of the barrel.
Hey, that'd be great, Sam. Yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here, girl. You get on back. You know how to get here.
Oh no, we're not gonna stay up. We're not gonna do a 2-hour stream. That'd be, that would be, that'd be too long for this bunch.
Oh
Most of
yeah.
us are too old and decrepit to do much more
I
than a
don't know
2-hour
how the
stream.
hell I could hold up for 2 hours.
Yep. I can't do
Especially this one down here. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I definitely can't do much. I'm too old.
Yep. That's one over here. Yep.
Love you, Anne. You're awesome.
Love you, Loopy.
Damn, now I'm thinking I should have. Yeah, Metal Music says Heine tastes like grilled burgers to me. Heineken, he's talking about. I hope.
Well,
But I tell you what, I should not have a bag of marshmallows and not have eaten before my stream. I'm going to be burning up a lot of gas tonight and eating an awful lot of sugar. Can't help it. It's just too damn easy. That's what. Yeah. That's
little pepper burp.
What does
Grilled
this mean?
burger.
Can I just ask you something?
Who are you asking? What?
I don't know. Metal Music Maniac has said, "Hi, Metal Music Maniac." By the way, has said, "Heine tastes like grilled burgers." What does that mean?
See, we call Heineken beer Heine over here, but
Okay,
but I don't know that that's what he's talking about.
Heine to
He
me is
might
like
be talking
behind.
about, the back door.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. That's what I saw, but maybe not. I think maybe Metal Music Maniac needs to clarify slightly.
Hey, Chuck, am I sending you to the campfire with some marshmallows, bud? Chuck left a message on one of my videos saying, "Sorry, I haven't had a lot of computer time. Been outside. Been out enjoying the outdoors." What the hell do you have to apologize for that for? I mean, damn right. Oh,
Metal
there
Music
she
Maniac has said,
goes. There she goes.
What's like Loopy Lisa? She's got a word that is for her lady parts. It's not tummy. What is that one word? Fanny.
Sorry?
That's right. Fanny.
Fanny.
Yes, because when you say fanny, in America, that's your tush.
Get a load on, Fanny.
But not in England. Fanny is.
No, it's very different. It's
Yeah.
very
Get a
different.
load on,
Very-
Fanny.
Yes. You do not want to be talking about your fanny
That's right.
when you come over to England. No.
Yeah, if you're eating fanny in America and you're eating fanny in England,
Oh.
you're eating two different things. They're very
Yes.
close to one another, but you're eating two different things.
Yes, absolutely you are. Yes. Very different.
Oh.
There are so many different. Okay, I've got lots here. Okay, so what do you call the rear end of your car when you open up the back of your car? What is that?
Trunk.
Yeah, not here. It's the boot.
Boot.
We
It's
call
a
it
boot.
the
A boot. And then
Yeah.
the hood is the bonnet.
Yep.
the boot, and the front is the bonnet.
Yeah, the
So
bonnet.
the front of the car is the bonnet. The back of the car is the boot. But you could call it the trunk, I think.
Yep, the trunk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. No,
Pop
we call
the
it
trunk.
the boot. Yeah. There are loads. There are so many things that are so different in America to how they are in. And we were talking about this at work, and do you know what? Every single one of them has flown out of my mind right now.
Well,
There are loads.
well,
There are
don't you folks over there call a city bus a carriage?
Yes, yeah, we do.
Carriage.
Jesus Christ! Quit using horses, for crying out loud.
Right?
Yes, but
Put a
okay,
motor
we're
in that thing.
Sty.
We haven't
are
been
a
using
very-
carriages
we're-
for 100 years over here.
Yeah, we're a very historic country. We're very historic. It's all good. No, yes, we do. We have some. We have a lot of castles, a lot of carriages. a lot of very ancient things. Stonehenge. We've got Stonehenge.
Hey, we've got
More
ancient things
than that.
too. He's right over there.
Sorry.
I said we have ancient things too. He's right over there.
That's rude.
No, wait a minute. I'm more ancient than him. I get that status.
Sty, don't listen to
Remember, it's two, Sty.
Not here.
Get around the campfire.
You're going to end up in the campfire.
So, Loopy Lisa, what do they call it when you're in your car and someone rear ends you?
Oh, I don't
An
know.
accident.
I've never had that happen to me. I don't think I've ever been rear-ended.
Yep. They get rear-ended in prison all the time and out on the road. So
Yeah.
Well, you see, that's their own fault for picking up the soap, isn't it?
The difference is out on the road, it's an accident.
right,
In prison, it's not.
it's called a violation.
Yeah.
Really?
And it's not a traffic violation.
No, knocking boots.
I've never been rear-ended.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Well,
I
come
can't
on to
wait say
America.
that
Hey.
online.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Hey.
You talk about rear-ended. You're talking about getting rear-ended. I got a story for you. It's around the campfire. You need a little story.
Okay.
Is it a prison
A buddy
story?
of mine,
Yeah.
buddy of mine had a daughter that him and his wife felt she's definitely a princess, you know. I mean, she's the next Mother Teresa, you know. Until, of course, she got a boyfriend and got pregnant. And I just happened to be there visiting, and this subject came up of her being pregnant and her boyfriend sitting there right next to her. And her dad says, you know, I think you need to talk to your Uncle Sty here about this, you getting pregnant so young. And I'm like, oh, geez, thanks, buddy. And she looks at me, and she's such a cute little thing, you know. And she goes, but Uncle Sty, my parents don't understand. It was an accident. And I go, oh, they don't understand? I said, I can picture it now. You and your boyfriend are walking down the sidewalk. And lo and behold, there's $100 bill laying on the sidewalk. First thing you do is stop, bend over to pick up that $100 bill, of course. How could he have known that you weren't wearing panties? How could he have known that when he had his wiener outside of his drawers, that rear-ending you on the sidewalk could cause a baby? Those two kids have not forgotten that since I told them. I said, now, any other way that happened, that you became pregnant, was not a fucking accident. The way I described it was an accident. But I would really like to hear what kind of accident you think you had. Because something tells me one of the two of you, if not both, did something on purpose. There was no accident involved.
That is very clever. Oh my God, that is clever. I like that.
Yep. So
Yeah,
if
I
you're
like
not
that.
wearing panties, don't stop to pick anything up off the sidewalk, because the guy behind you might have his thing outside of his drawers, you know, and he might not see you stop. Boom.
Well, that is the way we walk around in America. Just in case someone,
Babies.
bend over for some money.
Just like that, babies.
Well, you throw change out in front of you while you're walking down the sidewalk.
That's it. The guy behind you is actually whipping change up front.
Is that why you have 6 kids, Phil?
I always tell people I live in a rural area in here. There's not a lot to do here.
After the third one, the doctor said, Phil, I think you got to get your brakes checked. You keep having these rear endings. Damn accident. Phil can't even get in. He had to pay for the last kid all by himself because he couldn't insure himself anymore with all the rear end accidents he's had.
Can
I wish there were more rear end accidents, then there wouldn't be as many kids.
Can I reply to somebody very quickly, because somebody has asked me if I'm from Northern England, because I sound I'm not from Northern England at all. I don't know why you think I'm from Northern
Aren't you
England.
more Southern England?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have nothing northern about me. I don't know why they think who is it? The Amazing Drop. The Amazing Drop says, Lisa, are you from Northern England? Because you sound like it. No, there is nothing about my accent that is from Northern England at all. At all. I'm very southern. Really southern.
He's
Just
really
saying.
southern.
Yeah, really. I
You
am
hear
really
that,
southern.
Granny?
Southern England.
You hear that, Granny? She's really southern.
Who's really southern?
not as southern as you, to be fair, Granny. Not as
Southern?
southern as you.
Cool.
No, I love her. Oh my god, I love her accent. I love the southern accent. I do. I really do. It's amazing. I could listen to her accent all day. I've always loved the southern accent. Just being honest.
I've still got 25 folks in the house. I want to make an announcement. There's not an Into the Outdoors Saturday night this week, folks. I've had a couple of people that have messaged me and commented, well, I'll see you Saturday night at Into the Outdoors. No. Look at my About page. Every first and third Saturday of every month, I do an Into the Outdoors live stream. This Saturday is the 5th Saturday of the month. This is the 1 month when we have 5 Saturdays in a month. So actually, no, there isn't an Into the Outdoors this Saturday. There's actually a 2-week span between the last one and the next one. So just so folks know, Saturday night, Phil's going to be live.
Usually if Sty's not, I am. Yeah.
I'm not live this Saturday. So if you're looking for somewhere to hang out, Phil will probably be live. It's very undoubtful that he won't be.
Phil, what time are you going live on Saturday?
Usually I do it at 9 Eastern, which is like 2 a.m. your time.
Okay.
I just usually, even on a day like that where it's my day off, usually just people expect me at like 9 o'clock at night, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I clicked that and stop it. I clicked that one because I like the way he said it.
But he didn't say that another moderator took care of it. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking my old
another moderator.
Sorry,
I know who it is. I know who it is.
What did I miss? Did I miss something?
Sty being silly.
Did I miss something?
Oh, I just that E-Waste Mike said, well, folks, I'm taking my old fat, wrinkled, tired ass to bed. Love you guys. See you all soon. And YouTube held it to be moderated, whether we want that or not. And I'm trying to click on it, and when I finally clicked, it comes up and says another moderator took care of it. Well, that's Anne, of course. That's Anne, because she beats me to everything I try to do.
He was just saying that he had a wrinkled ass.
I don't understand it, Loopy. Just keep being goofy.
Yeah.
No, what?
Hey, YouTube, I'm gonna say ass again. And got it right away. Yeah.
Oh, I'm slow. maybe a little slow.
You know what? Now I know Phil. He's for sure. He's been through that. When you set up your streams or if you're posting a video, it
Muted.
if you monetize it right away, then you got these extra questions that pop up. Is there this in there? Is there that in there? Blah blah blah. Is there swearing? Cussing and stuff like that. And they want you to answer those questions, whether anything like that's in there, so to help them decide whether they're going to monetize you or not. I always click none of the above
I do
because
too.
that's my intention. I can't guarantee it because it's a live stream.
Right.
So my intention is, there won't be any children. There won't be any nasty sex talk and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's always going to be that.
No, I don't anticipate it. I just.
Oh, I do.
The stream hadn't started yet. What if you didn't show up?
Okay.
So shit happens. Oh, see, and I say there's not going to be any cussing and swearing because I don't know. Somebody's going to slip and say something that's fucking wrong. I'm sure of it.
That's right.
So yeah, that is the dumbest thing I think YouTube's ever come up with. There ain't nobody that's going to click any of that crap on there and say, oh yeah, we're going to be doing nothing but sex and talk. We're going to be talking nasty, the worst words you ever heard. And guess what? Everybody on the panel is going to be under 10 years old. Nobody's going to answer them damn questions.
Most of a good portion of mine wind up limited. The next day I click on them to have them reviewed. And then they go full. And I know the shit we talked about on there.
Yep. See, I haven't got any limited ones now at all out of 550 videos and streams. I don't have a single limited one unless it is profit sharing because of a copyright claim. Otherwise, there's no limiteds. And some of those streams, I went back and watched it. I'm going, oh man, I'm glad I don't work for them and have to follow the supposed rules. Because man, I can think of quite a few on mine that should have been probably censored. Yeah.
I think you basically have to have live sex acts in order to and then not monetize it.
Yeah. And with us old farts around here, they wouldn't consider that live anyway.
Speak for yourself, Sty.
Well,
I think Granny
should I say lively? It might be live, but it might not. It probably wouldn't be lively, All depends.
Well, you have to take your depends off for it to be lively.
Oh yeah, it helps. It helps. Them depends.
Right. Do you know what?
What's up, Saxy Matt?
Well, that's it. Is every time Phil's showing his mankini and his nipples with mouth traps on them and that, I'm just waiting. Sty, the cops are coming. What? What did I do? No, it's a company you keep.
Okay, I'm going to bed. I have been up
You are?
for a very long time.
So got her so excited she's going to bed.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Do you know what? I don't want to miss anything, and I'm gutted. But I've been up for a very long time, and I have to go to bed. I'm sorry, but oh my god, it's so good to see you guys. Thank you so much for having me. As always, thank you.
Hey, love having you. Next time, though, we expect.
I love seeing you. I love seeing all of you. Phil, love you so much, and you're my babe. And Sty, I absolutely adore you, and thank you so much for having me. And I will hopefully see you soon. But I really do have to go to bed. I'm so tired.
Bye.
Understood.
Love you. Love you.
Love
Love
you
you. Love
too,
you.
girl.
Love you, girl.
Love you. Take care. Take care, all of you.
Love you, girl.
Night, 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 night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, I had busy listening to Lisa and not paying attention to this marshmallow. Oh
I
shit!
don't know how to go. How do I? How do I don't know. Oh my god! I've said all my goodbyes.
Do you see the
Please
button at
let
the
me
bottom that says "Leave Studio"?
go.
Well, it looks a little different on a
Oh,
phone.
this is so
Wait,
awkward.
let's leave.
Right,
She needs
hang
a
on.
great big "Get the hell out" button.
Right, hang on. Right. Sty, put me in the basement a second. Just get rid of me. Put me in the basement. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to go. I've not done this before.
Why would we put you in the basement? This is more entertaining.
Right, bye. Bye.
Bye.
Hang on.
Now you put her in the basement and I'll leave. Did you put her in the basement?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So she left. Ugh.
She did
Okay.
because she's disconnected the microphone or the camera, but she's still down there, so I can't bring her up because her microphone and camera are turned off. It's just a gray screen, you know. Damn, the marshmallows are good.
I mean, just eat a little popcorn.
Mm.
My last bag.
Yeah. Hey,
What are you
Nicholas.
gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I have to make my own.
Hey,
You got a-
Nicholas. Marshmallow. Make a damn s'more. I don't have any graham crackers or Hershey bars. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I do have a box of graham crackers out in the truck, but those are for when I head to camp. I bring them in the house. I won't have any the day I head to camp, and I'll go, oh, that's right. I ate those at the house. No, can't do that.
How much candy do you have left, Phil?
Almost all of it. I'll tell you though, caramel M&Ms are pretty good.
I never tasted it, but it looks good.
Anything that's got caramel has got to be good.
What was that? I think it was Friday, wasn't it? Yeah. So Friday, here I am. I had a bad morning. Friday. I don't know what it was. I think it was something to do with Thursday night or something. And I'm sitting there Friday back from lunch, and I'm sitting there. And they bring me in this big old basket of candy. You know, like flowers, like you would get an arrangement of flowers someone would send you. Someone sent me an arrangement of candy.
I wonder
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like my ass ain't fat enough. I get an arrangement of candy. But
See, now, her
Cereal.
knowing that I'm diabetic, if she sent me something like that, I'd really be sad. That means that she don't want to be friends no more. She's trying to get rid of me.
Well, you can get chocolate boobs, I guess.
Those I can tolerate.
Yeah.
Those I can always tolerate.
I just want to cheer him up. He had a bad day, and I was like,
Yeah.
what are you doing, Ann?
hiding.
Candied bacon. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And started on the front
Oh, earlier I got cut off. Something changed the subject or something. But when I went to town today, I couldn't believe it because here in Wisconsin, the stay-at-home order and the closure orders of businesses got overturned by our state Supreme Court. So everything people can open. Now they're strongly recommended by, and that's nonpartisan, strongly recommended, boy, follow the social distancing and don't let up on the sanitation efforts and everything. Make sure your facilities are clean, for your customers, blah, blah, blah. So today I run to Walmart, and like I said earlier, it's just like back to normal, like the virus never existed. That frickin' Walmart was so busy, I couldn't stand it. I spent about 20 minutes in there, and it felt like 2 hours. On the way home, we got this local family restaurant. Okay. Now, it's a pretty big operation. They got a huge parking lot. Great big "We Are Open" sign out front now. That parking lot was packed to capacity.
Oh yeah.
I know you would not have been able to find a parking spot in there. And if all those people are in that restaurant, that means every table and every booth is full
Yep.
of people, packed full. So if you were to take all the people that were in that restaurant when I drove by there and bring them outdoors and make them stand 6 feet apart, they would have filled 4 of those parking lots.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all in there eating lunch together. And for me, I'm not, I don't fully support all of the hype about it. Okay. And I feel people have the right to make their own choices, mask or no mask and that. But when I saw that, I mean, that takes it from, I want to make my own choices to, there's a huge building full of stupid. I mean,
Yep.
just a big old building of stupid. I really did. I wanted to go up to the windows with my Hero camera and film in there so that I could go back home and make a list of all the people that I know that I would have seen in there to know to stay clear of them sons of bitches for a while. That's for at least 14 days.
Right.
They're nuts. Why would the restaurant even allow that? I mean, for crying out loud, our Dairy Queen is a walk-up service. It's not indoor at all, ever. It never has been. You just walk up to the outside windows. They've got X's out on the sidewalk out front and right out 2 lines towards the parking lot, 6 feet apart for the customers to use an outdoor service at a Dairy Queen. And big signs. I stopped there and got a dilly bar today. Oh, God, that was good. Big signs by the windows. Once you've placed order, please move to the next X. They don't want you standing anywhere near that window by the employees. Even though they can open and close that window, they don't want you hanging out at the front counter there. They want you to move over, then they open the next window and yell at you, your order's ready. And they set it out there and they close the window. Right across the street, there's 300 people packed into a restaurant. Dairy Queen, bravo. Restaurant, stupid. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I never saw that restaurant that packed when there was no virus. That restaurant isn't that good of a restaurant.
No, it's probably the only one in town that was open like that. So yeah.
Well, we got a few others that opened up, but they got signs out front. We only allow up to 25% capacity, and a buddy of mine was talking about one of them, and he says, "Shit, you go in there," and he says, "It looks like they're going out of business because there's about 12 feet between each table. It's so spread out. He says it's like double what the recommendation is, how they got it spread out.
Hmm.
And your placemats are printed off menus. They don't have menus to hand out. Yep. You order off your placemat, and then those placemats go right in the trash, you know. And they don't just take a rag and wash the table after the next customer. They spray them down, and they spray the chairs. They wipe everything before they let another customer come in and use it. Okay, so some of them are they're doing the right thing. And this one restaurant just really makes it stupid. Yeah, Bradley, our Walmart isn't doing a people count at all anymore. I asked one of the gals, and she said, no, we're not doing people count anymore. Whoever comes in, they come in. That we're not limiting the number of customers. I said, obviously, the place is packed.
Yeah, I noticed that with our Walmart, not our Walmart, but our Home Depot.
Home Depot?
I went to Home Depot a couple of weeks ago, and they got this thing with bricks and things outside. They have a place where you stand in line, and everybody's standing in line. And all right, now 2 more people can come in, and won't you wait? And I went there this weekend, and nope, they didn't have that going on anymore. So,
yeah, I don't know when our Walmart's going to open up later either. Talked to my sister-in-law. She's like a district manager. She's got 5 Walmarts that she oversees. And she said all of their Walmart, and that's in Minneapolis, west of Minneapolis, out in the suburbs. And she said they're not lifting the early closures on theirs. They don't even anticipate when they're going to. Talking with poor Teresa and what she's going through with her Walmart, it's terrible what they're doing with their employees. But I talked to my sister-in-law, and she said, God, I wish your friend worked for me. She said I'd send her home on a layoff because she's got kids at home. She says, hell, I can find someone to replace her while she's at home on layoff, and she could get unemployment. And I mean, Teresa can take 2 weeks off, but she don't get paid for them.
Yeah.
Unless she tests positive, they won't pay for her for any time off to stay away from this issue.
But there's got to be a lot of people that, you seem to have 2 types of people that work at Walmart, the older and the younger. So you have the older that have grandkids, and then you have the younger that have kids.
Their own little kids.
So to give everybody that had kids, time off or make them not work, that's kind of, you would deplete your workforce quite a bit. And who's to say that those jobs would be back for them when things get back to normal? When is things back to normal? Whose decision is it that things are back to normal? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They may find workers that get in there and do a better job, that work harder or whatnot, or that don't want to give up their jobs, or then you get lightened out. There's all sorts of risks you take when something like that happens. That gets on.
Hi, Jack's grandma.
What's up, Jack's grandma?
It's great to see you.
Hi, Jack's grandma.
I'm playing with these traps.
Put them on my nipples so I can have a little fun.
Yeah, Jack's grandma.
Jack's grandma's in here.
Tuna holdouts here. Stand on the exit, 90-degree humid weather. Oh, Jack's grandma in Texas. Yeah, that's a bummer. Someone here had said that if they still had that customer count thing going on and people were lined up outside the door, that as the weather got worse, hot, humid, that Walmart would definitely need to prioritize certain seniors, have someone out there monitoring and try to identify people at risk and let them through to get them out of that heat into an air-conditioned building. But they said it wouldn't work because everybody be calling up their grandma saying, "Grandma, I need to go to Walmart. You're coming with. So I can get in quicker," because they'll say, "Oh, that poor old gal, she can't stand out in that heat." Well, I'm with her. Yeah, that's the way people are.
Spicy sticker pasties? What the hell is that?
What?
What?
Harry, do we have spicy sticker pasties? Might need them when some. What? Help me.
Pasties.
Pasties or pasties would be what you would put over your nipples in order to not show your.
I make special stickers for ants. What? Is that the style or what?
It could be the Sty ones. You could put the Sty ones over, then
I'll behave.
Have a Sty on either nipple.
Well, it will hang under. It's not like mine don't point upwards. It will hang under.
No. No,
I'm not gonna.
They will cover the nipple, but I don't want to. They don't cover that brown. Yeah, I don't know what you call it.
Hey, you have a very good night, David. Thanks for being
David.
Awesome, buddy. You have a very good night. God bless you.
2 more sheets full. I thought you really like that, Bradley. How can it be 2 more sheets full, Bradley?
Rather just have a Sty mask.
We got one.
That could be taken a little odd. I'd rather have a Sty mask and just show my nipples.
Red hair? Hey, Phil. Amazing drop.
You got a blue bandana on him now.
For the old guy.
Well, I was almost red hair. I had a little red hair one time.
And how about a kiss?
Plain old Chuck. No marshmallows, but I found a 2.5 pound bag of M&M peanuts. Life is good. Oh, you two! Stop!
Hey, don't stick your big nose up there. No. That nose is a that you're gonna ride on it. Fuck you.
He's a nosy bastard, ain't he?
Yeah, he is.
Hey, stop it! Don't put him down there.
Hey, yeah. Don't be getting old Sty 2.0 into any accidents.
You already have a hard one, so yeah. No.
What?
Yeah, he has a wood stick, I know what will fit her. UFO. What?
Oh, I haven't put him up anywhere lately. I've actually, I need to get Sty out and about a little bit more. I have a bad habit of leaving him down in the basement. Then when I get up in the morning and go to work, I forget about him. And he has to sit down here all day long all by him. Lonesome.
Hey, now Phil, this summer, right around August, when it's really just butt hot, it's just terrible hot. You need to take him with you to work and leave him sitting upright in your truck. So it looks like that old man's been left out in the truck with the windows up all day. Customers walking by like, oh, that old bastard's going to die in there.
That would be funny. You can kind of, all the people I work with know my truck. My truck is just,
yeah.
Everybody that knows me, that's my truck. But yeah, it would be funny for customers coming up would see this old guy sitting there with the bandana and sunglasses on there, just chilling.
Yep. They'll figure some young buck come in here looking for a new truck, and left his grandpa sitting in the freaking truck, and he's in there suffocating.
We would have to leave the window crack for him. That'd be funny, you know. I get busy with someone and like their ambulance and stuff out there, and they're trying to break into my truck, and they got to hold the glass, and they're trying to break the glass because they think there's an old man in there. I'm like, no.
Oh, he likes it that way.
Does he?
Oh, there you go. If he just tied or taped a short crossbar on it for the shoulders of a t-shirt, he could put a t-shirt on it.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, again, you don't, with all that beard, you don't see anything anyways.
Right.
All that beard and that hair, you put a t-shirt on him, and you don't see much anyways until you get right up on top of him, and then you'd realize
You
that
can
it ain't
braid
a real
it.
person anyways.
You can braid it.
Braid it.
I would braid it.
She would braid it.
She would. Well, I don't braid.
Or her and Samantha will spend
And
an
the
hour
hair's not very easy
online
to separate. You know,
trying
it's
to
not like
braid
real-
with
Well,
the
ask
mirror
your
back
wife.
backwards.
Ask Connie.
My wife ain't gonna have nothing to do with this thing. She already sees it. The dog hates it, and she shakes her head every time she sees me with it. But she shakes her head at me for a lot of other things too. So
Well, that's it. I mean,
it's
I
just
don't
one
blame
more
her.
thing.
there's some folks I wonder if they're not wearing their necks out, being around you just constant. Your head's going back and forth like that. It can't be good for your neck.
Hey, Mike.
Good
What's
Hey,
up, Mike? How
Mike.
you doing, man?
to see you.
I'm over
23
23 lines.
lots
Holy
today.
shit, Batman!
Wow.
You're flying today. Oh,
Just think of it. 20. Yeah, that's 23 times you have to load and unload that dang lawnmower. That's a job in itself, right there.
Yeah, if it's not the next door and the next door and the next door, you know.
Yeah.
right. See, I was just thinking of that because back when I did property management, I had some properties where I could mow 10 lawns with one stop.
Ah, okay.
And
Hey,
then
Teresa.
What's up,
load
Teresa?
up and head to another location and do 3-4 in that spot, And so hopefully that's how it worked out for Teresa girl. Hi. Big hugs. I kind of miss that because, I like sitting on it. It didn't matter which mower it was either. I didn't care if I was running around in the John Deere, with a fairly large deck on it, or the big New
What?
Holland with the 10-foot deck on it, or a nice zero turn. The zero turns were fun too. But I love spending my day mowing lawns. I loved it. The best part of it is I hired a young kid, and I paid him $8 an hour to weed whack.
Yeah, that's stuff I don't like is the weed whacking.
I'll mow all damn day and that. But boy, that kid was good. God, I could do that for a living again if I had to go back to work. Because that kid, man, he could take off. He'd take off. He'd weed whack all the way around the house, and he'd weed whack out a good 18 inches away from everything, the whole house. And then the little bugger was out there. I wouldn't even be a fourth done with the yard, and I'd realize he did it around every tree. He did it any edge that I'd have to deal with. He weed whacked it out. So I just swing up with the mower. Everything looked great, and he was done weed whacking, having a soda before I was done mowing. And that was fun working with that kid doing that. I was chocolate brown that summer though.
Mm,
Heck yeah, that's great. You can't find people who weed eat like that anymore.
no.
No. I had another kid that had worked with me before this kid, and that kid, he'd disappear. I'd be mowing and he'd just disappear. And oh no, he didn't he didn't get things prepped for me to mow. I get done mowing, and I get out to the truck and trailer, and he's sitting out there in the shade with his weed whacker, not doing nothing. And I go, "Get this yard weed whacked. We got to move on." I was waiting until you were done. No.
Oh
You
God.
got to work with me and try to stay a little bit ahead of me. Well, finally, I let the kid go and did it all myself for about a week. And then this other kid popped up and he was begging for a job. And I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to hire him. I just didn't know the kid. And best thing I did, hired that kid. God, he was good. Yeah. Yeah, that's the way this kid was. He was he was about 13, 14 years old too. And he really appreciated it because
Well, kid, you pay him cash.
yeah, I was paying him $8 an hour, and the clock stopped when we ate lunch or if we were taking extended breaks. So it's not like the kid was costing me that much.
Right.
And the thing is I was, fire, go out, start the beard on fire. Oh, just went viral. but you know, I didn't make any money cutting those properties. I managed those properties. I was mowing them and paying this kid $8 an hour to work with me so that it didn't cost my company any money, to maintain the properties. So and that's why I paid him $8 an hour. And that kid said, "Oh, I work for so and so," and I knew the guy he was talking about. And that guy's got dozens and dozens of grass cutting contracts. And he says he says he paid me $5 an hour cash. I said, "Bullshit! No. You're getting paid $8 an hour." I said, "I'll give you 8." Paying that kid $5 an hour, and he worked his tail off like that. And I asked him why he came looking for a job for me, and he says, "Well, the guy I'm working for," he says, "he's mean and he doesn't pay too well." And I said, "Well, he's honest. Kid's honest." Came right out and said, "Man, I want a new job because that guy's mean and he don't pay me." I figured, well, I'll give you a try. Turned out to be a great kid. Tell you I'm not doing that? I'm doing it. I'm doing it for about the 4th or 5th time tonight.
Oh, look at him. He's just enjoying it so much.
If I close my eyes, I can just hear the leaves and the trees rustling and feel the nice, cool evening air and hear the crackling of the fire. And then I open my eyes and, oh, yeah, okay.
Bradley's talking about making his own 4th of July. Yeah, we can't even have fires here yet. We're still on a burn ban.
Really?
Yeah, my wife will go out, and we got a little bitty fire pit hole that we dug with. We got some rocks and stuff around, and we'll burn like boxes and stuff. We don't put our boxes in the garbage. We just burn our boxes. It's something our mom used to do, so she does it. Yeah. But Granny will appreciate this too. We got when we go down to North Carolina, taking that route down there through West Virginia and everything. One year when we were coming back, I stopped in every state on the expressway and grabbed a big rock off the side of the road. So our fire pit out there has got a different type of rock around the outside of it from each road out there.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and again, some of them are where they had to blast through a mountain, and you got you drive down the highway and there's that sheer they drilled and blued it up and it loaded up, blued it up and everything. But we got rocks from everywhere. So
that's neat
cool.
up here.
we went down. I used to go down to New Mexico in the summers for about 4 years in a row. Stay with my aunt and uncle and their family, and at the White Sands Missile Range. And we went down there as a family one time. My mother and my 3 siblings and I, and we headed down to White Sands. We got down there and we went out to the dunes. And I love to surfboard the dunes. That's a blast. Is getting on a homemade surfboard and surfboarding the dunes. Hi, Samantha. Hi.
What's up, girl?
Hey, Sam.
But you talk about collecting those rocks, Phil. We're out there and we got this big ass station wagon, right? It's one of those that has that far back seat. It was an old Chevy Impala wagon, had that far back seat that popped up that you looked out the back window. Well, we had that popped up because that's where I rode most of the trip back there. In front of that seat, we had 4 5-gallon buckets full of that gypsum white sand from White Sands, New Mexico. As we were leaving the national park, there's a big sign there saying that it's a felony to steal the sand.
Oh, no.
Holy shit. Everybody's yelling at my brother, hurry up, get us the hell out of New Mexico. Hurry up. Because my mom wanted that sand for a sandbox back home. Because she did all this babysitting. It's almost like a daycare back in the late 60s, early 70s. And my brother built her a nice little sandbox for the kids, and we put that white gypsum sand in it. But every time we'd walk past that, we'd think, God, we were so nervous till we got out of the state of New Mexico with that sand. Big sign says it's a felony to remove sand from the White Sands National Monument. Oops, we got a car full of it. And the damn station wagon's riding, like that ass end just squatting down because we got so much sand in the back. Yep. So we took a little bit of New Mexico home with us.
Yeah, I still got a Corona bottle in my bedroom. It's got a combination of like this black and sand and this other sand from one of the beaches we went to on vacation in the Caribbean. I forget where it was. My wife will tell you where it was because I think it was Belize, because it's a place where she got kind of washed into the shore, and there were sea urchins, and she had no choice but to put her hands down because otherwise it would have gotten her body, and she had sea urchin things in her hand.
Ow.
And they're barbed. So of course we were on a cruise. She didn't have a good pair of tweezers.
Oh. That could make a trip miserable.
Oh, it was. She didn't like that. No. Well, they told me this is the part you stayed away from, because that's where the sea urchin was. So you went in over here and you went out the same way, so you had to swim back. And my one friend went back that way. So they were like, oh, all right, it's got to be safe. Well, when they went through, a little bit of wave just kind of caught her just enough, washed just enough water away. And when she went down in there, was very shallow water, kind of being forced down there. It's kind of like, what are you going to do? Your hands go out in front of you to protect the rest of your body. So
I found out the hard way. There's still, it's hard to see, but there's still a bit of a scar on the top of my right hand. I was down Florida on the Gulf side, Fort Myers, and we went out to there's a group of barrier islands off of what they call Flamingo Bay, and it was awesome because you could, if you had a good speedboat, you could zip out there. It'd take you maybe 20 minutes to get out to them islands, and you just cruise around those islands till you find one with nobody on it, or beach your boat and hang out all day on an island by yourself. Well, we stopped at one of those islands, and I'm just walking the beach. We had scuba dove all morning, and I just wanted to relax that day, so I'm just walking the beach, and I seen this horseshoe crab just the top of his head, sticking out of the sand. Well, horseshoe crab, all of his grabbers and shit are all underneath his shell, you know. So he can't pinch you or nothing because they're all underneath his shell. Well, I didn't know squat really about horseshoe crabs. I grabbed that devil. He's a big bugger. I grabbed him by the head and I yanking on him and I'm pulling him out of the sand. And he's got another one he's hanging on to, so I think they were doing the nasty.
Gotcha.
And that one, when that one fell off, the one I had in my hand, all of a sudden that tail, his big long tail, like a stingray's got, but it's flexible. It's in that tail come up and hammered me right in the top of the hand.
Mm.
Wham! I thought they were harmless. Bullshit. God, bleeding all over the place, and then my buddy's yelling at me, "Hey, Sty, you stay down on that end of the beach till you quit bleeding, then you can come back here." I said, "Why?" And he says, "Because you're attracting all the sharks down that way." Oh, yeah, jerk. I said, I need the first aid kit. He says, "Not till you quit bleeding. You ain't coming back here.
Oh.
I kind of miss that. That would be a fun experience again to go down there and fish on the Gulf. And I went down there, spent 3 weeks, 3 full weeks, and I think out of 3 solid weeks, only 4 days did I not go out scuba diving or fishing. Every day was out on the Gulf. Just, oh God, it was beautiful. Loved it. Yeah, the scorpion of crabs. Yeah, I would say so.
Wow.
Mike's World's going fishing this weekend. Since you don't need a license. Yeah, we don't. They're saying that you don't have to have a license here in Wisconsin until the end of June. Well, I bought mine anyway because it doesn't matter when in the year you buy yours. They expire March 31st every year. It doesn't matter if you buy it in August, it expires in March. If you buy it in December, it expires in March. So, yeah, I just went and bought mine. Well, the one thing they won't let me buy is because I didn't buy the lifetime senior pass for the National Forest because all I got to do is pay $20 a year, and then on my 4th year of paying it, I'm a lifetimer. I never have to pay again.
Right.
So this is my 3rd year paying on it, but they won't let me.
What?
Can't renew it because you got to renew that pass in person.
Oh.
And all of their offices are closed. And so I did run into a ranger and I asked him, "What do I do about that?" I said, "The damn thing expires in June." He goes, "Until we open the offices, it's good. It's valid." He said, don't sweat it. He says, because right now, all day use is free. I mean, you pull in somewhere and it says $5 day use fee. It's free. They got all the money boxes all taped up with plastic and shit. Yeah.
I wonder if they're doing that here.
See, the fishing license I got online. That's really the only way to buy it over here that makes sense. That because the license, you just print. If you got a printer at home, or if like me, I got a conservation card, all I got to do is buy my fish and hunt license online. And if they want to see my license, I hand them my conservation card. They just type it in, it pops up, and it says every license that I have. So yeah, it's all online. The only thing is Forest Service doesn't let you renew the type of pass I have online. So, but this time, in case it ever happens again, I'm going in there and I'm going to pay them the $40 and tell them I want the lifetime right now. So I never have to do this shit again. Then I'll glue that sucker to the windshield.
So did you have dinner already, Samantha?
No, Jay had a softball practice, so
Ah, I
Oh,
was gonna ask what was for dinner. Dang. All right, well, so much for that conversation.
we'll figure it out. And
Hey.
we'll,
Figure it out.
yeah.
Carpy Chris, I like elephants. That's an inside statement right there. I know it.
I mean,
Yes.
I've gotten the elephant one.
That's one I haven't seen.
Not that I want one.
Yeah, Mike's World here. That all the campgrounds are still closed. It's getting close, though. It's getting close. They're going to open them. I can disperse camp. I can go disperse camp, but not in a campground.
Yeah, my boys are going up camping next weekend. Next weekend. Next weekend, they're going up camping, but they're going up to someone's property. So they're going up to someone's private property, setting up a couple of tents and going up there and going camping for the weekend. So
Well, good for them.
yeah,
Cool.
they like to get out and hang out together, and get some from out in front of the video games and stuff, and just as long as they stay out of mischief.
Yeah. Yeah.
I worry about my 17-year-old boy hanging out with a bunch of 22-year-old boys, right?
Uh-huh.
Because I know what was going on when I was a 16, 17-year-old boy hanging out with my older friends. So,
Oh, I found out the hard way. I shouldn't have never hung around with my own brother. I could get myself in trouble all on my own, but boy, he really could put the frosting on the cake.
Yep.
He was one. Everything had to be to an extreme. So, 12 years old, my first, other than maybe a half a glass of beer, my pop would give me once or twice a year. No experience with alcohol at all. Well, my brother decided to break me in before he shipped out the nom. Don't drink at 12 years old, your very first time, half a quart of Canadian Windsor with root beer. Yeah, root beer doesn't make a good whiskey mix. No. It took days for me to recover. Days. I didn't think I was ever going to drink again after that. But and then my brother, you would have swore that a really mutated form of swine flu had hit me, because he's telling my mother, that kid's got the worst flu you ever seen. And my mother's like, God, we got to take him to the doctor. And my brother kept saying, no, Ma, no, really, give him a day or two, he'll be okay. So he did kind of save me, because if they would have taken me to the doctor, it wouldn't take long. The doctor would have said, nah, your boy's hungover. That's what's going on there.
Oh, my older friend when I was a kid, who drank beer and things like that. He was the one that introduced me to my wife. So the three of us would go to concerts and go different places, and he always had beer. So yeah. So I don't know. My parents had to have known what was going on or have some semblance of an idea, unless they were, because they always knew. When he did finally pass, when he passed, they thought for sure it was probably a drinking and driving or some type of accident and whatnot, and it wasn't. But that's what that first assumption was. That was what it was. So.
Yeah.
I'm already a grandpa there. Amazing drop, but not an accident. But they're going out there just boys. Amazing drop. So it ain't like us when I'm 52. We go out camping, whatnot like that. We definitely try to make sure we had girls with us.
Yeah.
Nowadays, the boys are interested in the girls. The video games and things like that are a bigger, more interest than the girls.
Oh, yeah. Our biggest worry is one of those girls are going to say, if you don't take me home, my mom's going to send my big brother out looking for us. Ooh. Ooh, that ain't good.
Yep. Nope.
You know, and I liked it though back in those days. If you got that girl within 6 blocks of home, you could pull over and say, "You're walking the rest of the way. Bye." Now you wouldn't dare do that. You know, you'd have to take her right to the door. But
Right.
boy, back then you could drop her off six blocks away from the house just so dad or big brother don't come out and whomp the hell out of you for having her out till 2 in the morning. You know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've had to hunt down daughters, late in the evening and whatnot. Had an idea where they were, found out, had an idea where they were, and hadn't heard from them. Not answering their cell phone, not being where they are, where they're supposed to be, and oh yeah, I've done all that.
Yeah.
My boys, I worry about a little less. But my daughters, man, I knew what them boys were wanting or what they were thinking or what they
Well,
were.
that's it. With
Yep.
my two girls, my youngest one, I heard a motorcycle pull in the driveway one day, and my 15-year-old daughter is on the back of that damn motorcycle with a 20-year-old kid driving it. I walked up there. I go, "What the hell is this?" And she goes, "This is so and so." I don't even remember his name because I didn't pay any attention to it.
Seeing red.
Yeah, I was just seeing red. And I told her, "Get off the motorcycle." She says, "Well, yeah, he just give me a ride home." I said, "He ain't going to like his ride home." And she goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "Because it's going to be real tough riding that motorcycle home on one wheel because the whole front half of it's going to be up his ass." Yep. In a flash, that boy, I mean, he got out of there real quick, but he didn't. He didn't kick up any rocks or nothing leaving the driveway because I think he knew. Yeah, spit some rocks at me, see what happens.
Mm.
Yeah, his pickup truck will be right up on your fucking back seat. But the girls, they thought I was terrible when I tell them, "You stay away from them boys. You stay away from them." You know, I don't mind if you're around guys. I don't mind that when it's in a public group, public crowd, that kind of stuff. But you go running off on the back of a motorcycle with some kid that you think is just another kid, but he's 20 years old. He's 2 years past statutory. I tell you what, ain't happening. Not in my lifetime. But my boys, I always told my boys, I know what kind of trouble you can get yourselves into. And guess what? You're on your own. If you get in that kind of trouble, you're on your own.
Yep.
Some gal's papa shows up at my front door looking for you. Guess what? I'm inviting his ass in and tell him you will have to pay for any damages to my things. But if you want to take him by the scuff of the neck and haul him out in the backyard, go ahead. Ain't my problem. The boys know better. Oh yeah, I had my first motorcycle. I was just turned 16.
Hmm.
I was real heavy into dirt bikes and getting chased constantly by the cops for not, they were unlicensed bikes. I mean, they're motocross bikes and trials bikes, and I'm zipping down the streets with them, and I had some good drop points for my bikes when the cops chased me. Yeah, or you could zip your bike into a good hide spot and then hit the brush and disappear, and then they'd show up at your house and you'd say, "What? I got no motorcycle." "Yeah, but you got that helmet laying right there and you're all covered with mud." And you look exactly like the guy that was on that dirt bike.
Right.
Well, imagine that. Yeah, I had my first street bike, my very first street bike. I was just going on 17. But again, it had plates on it, but it had been like 2 years since they had tags on them. See, I was notorious for that. I'd drive shit around without proper registration all the time. I bought my first car when I was 15, and only the state of Minnesota only has itself to blame. They let me register the damn thing. I bought it. I went down to the DMV, said, I need to register this car. Okay. And they went through blah, blah, blah through the whole thing. And I didn't have a driver's license, but I had a state ID. And I said, here, there's my name, address, all that happy horse shit. They never even looked at my age. They just did the work, had me pay the registration, gave me the tags and plates. I was out of there. And driving around my first car at 15, and it was registered. Yep. And no driver's license. I didn't get my actual legal driver's license until I was 18. I was getting pretty close to 19 by the time I actually got it. Yeah.
Good night, Saxy Matt.
Hey.
Have a good one, man.
Yeah, you have a good night, Saxy Matt.
Good night, Matt.
Night, Matt.
Good night, Bradley.
The it'll probably be, I don't know. I doubt it'll be tomorrow night. You're going to stream tomorrow night, Bill?
Friday night, probably.
Then tomorrow night, I'll most likely, of course, be there. Saturday night, I'm not positive about. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, I got something I got to put together. I definitely have to do it Saturday and Sunday for Monday. So I'm definitely going to go live Friday night, and then depending on how things come along Saturday morning, we'll see what Saturday night brings. But
and if you want to eat something Sunday while you're visiting, I don't mind you eating when you're over here.
No. That may be the day I take a day off. You know what I mean? Of the spicy.
Yeah. Let things kind of calm down a bit, and then
Yep. Just make sure there isn't anything irritated between the mouth and the exit.
You're right. And then Monday, what time are you doing it Monday night? You're doing an hour early, right?
8 Eastern, yes.
So you're going to have plenty of time to prep before, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can't prep too much, but because of volume, you can't eat 1.5 pounds of food and then eat a pound of chocolate on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pound of chocolate. I mean, it's, you figure stuff's, and it's not like I'm going to eat a pound. Because see, I've prepped good before, and then eaten 1/2 pound of chocolate with like the Mobe, Chili Cherry Nightmare, and Nemesis. So I don't think the volume. Because again, I was doing the math. 40 of these is a pound of chocolate.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So I don't think I'll have a problem with a pound of chocolate. It's it's got to be the heat. It's got to be the heat.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing drop. Chocolate is a laxative. Well, in this case, that could actually be an advantage, not a disadvantage. Because when it's all done and said, he's going to want it out of him quick the next morning. Just out of there, done. Because he's got to go to work the next day.
I got to work Tuesday morning, yeah.
Yep. You don't want to be at work constantly running to the crapper.
Oh, trust me, I'll have it all out of my system before I head to work. Even if it means I have to get there a little late. So
yeah.
Oh, if you want some pepper seeds, amazing drop. The next pepper I eat, I can pull some seeds out. I would just need you to send me an address so I could send them to you.
So Hunt for Heat's got something eating their pepper plants. Is that
Yeah, well, they are outside. Oh, yours are outside. Oh, well, you might have is it bugs or is it the critters? Because sometimes the critters will get
will
to
nip
them
on?
a little early too. I had some critters get to mine early on before the peppers started coming out on them, but they wound up leaving them alone. I mean, again, if peppers are anything like my wife's flowers, she has me pee around the damn things to keep the deer and stuff away from them. You can just just around that area.
That's one thing the deer loved was I just they were just a common chili and green peppers, reds, yellows, and the deer would they go in the garden. That's the first place they'd head is those pepper plants, man. They'd nip off all the baby peppers. Piss me off, damn deer.
I have not used this yet, and I probably should have at one point in time. But Cindy, peppermint oil.
Oh, peppermint oil. Yep.
Yep. So you can dilute it. I'm sure you can find online how much you're supposed to dilute it. But peppermint oil is supposed to you spray it directly on them. Read the instructions. Don't listen to me. But peppermint oil is something. I've got mine here. I've never used it, but that's because I just let it go.
Hey, Carpy Chris. Good to see you.
That dimatrix earth is good too for things.
Have a good night, Carp Chris.
Have a good night, Carpy Chris.
Night, Carpy.
Puppy.
What's up, little Leona? I'll be right back.
Leona's so damn cute. She's always got that "you gotta love me" look on her face. You gotta love me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Leona.
Leona.
Scrapping together, yeah. Is that puppy spoiled yet? You think? Just not rotten. Just not rotten. Spoiled, but not rotten yet.
It's not so much. I just have it for 2 weeks, though.
Yeah. Takes a little while to get them spoiled rotten. But she's spoiled now. Spoiled litter. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing when I was raised in gardens in the past. Cindy, that's the way I felt. Damn bugs, they want to get on my plants and start nipping on them. Oh yeah. Yeah, Tim, Wheel Life wants one again someday.
And he had Steffi before. So.
Yeah, so Roman sent me a text message. I think it was last night or Facebook message last night. He got the thing from Fuego Spice Company, the tracking number. So based on the tracking number he sent me, it should be here on Saturday. So Saturday is 2 days before it starts.
No.
So Roman is sending me 10. So back here I have 30 boxes, but one box is empty from my first one. So that gives me 39.
39. Wow.
So that'll be 39 I'll be attempting.
Wow.
Is it me fault that you started this?
What's that?
Is it my fault that I started this?
I don't understand your English.
Does your wife know what you've started?
I
Oh
bought
yeah. She knows what's going on.
I bought you the first one, so I
You
asked
did.
you
You
I
did. I have you to blame.
if you started this.
I have you to blame. Yep.
Yeah.
You only have her to blame for the first one you eat. All the rest of them are your own fault.
It is.
Don't blame her. The first one you can blame her, but the rest of them, those were all your choice.
Yeah. Doing one's not a big deal, but
Of course it was.
Saucy Shane, I believe I did get. Did yours go to my work or did yours go to my home address? I'm assuming I got yours, Saucy Shane. I haven't gotten one in a couple of days, so I've got. Of course, they're not labeled. For who they're from. So, and I do appreciate it. What's up, scrapping together? You're home. Yeah, I got a single one here at home. I got a couple single ones here at home this week.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I got yours.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So yeah, I think I'm going to be one shy of 40. So
yeah,
which is okay.
Yeah, cheap, hard life. Yeah.
Good night, Sherry Watson. Love you, girl.
Oh yes, have a good night, Sherry.
Night, Sherry.
Rest well.
I got to run my air conditioner today for about 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
I did that too because I was fucking hot.
It was hot in here. It hit 80 degrees, and I ran it for 3 hours. It got the whole place down to 70, and then I shut it off, and it's been comfortable in here since. I see it's creeping up towards 75 already, but oh, it was nice to turn that bugger on.
I have that on the bedroom. I'm happy I installed that last year.
Well, half of it is just knocking the humidity out of the air.
That's what I wanted. Was to,
It
felt like heavy air. I had the windows open all morning, and the breeze and the fresh air was nice. But as the day went on, because we had rain for 3 solid days, and it's still damp quite a bit out there. So that heat is making the air so humid. It started feeling heavy, that air. And I thought, what the heck? So I pulled the cover off my air conditioner and cleaned the filter, did all the spring cleaning, ready to fire up, put it back together, and said, boy, I'm going to be using that soon. And what did I do? Push the on button. Yep, that was soon. Shut all my windows and let this place cool off, That was nice. And I had it on recirculate, or not recirculate. I had it on fresh air, so it's pulling in fresh air and sucking out bad. So, yeah, I have 2 fans in my place. Now, I've lived in this apartment just over 2 years now. I bought those fans brand new when I moved in here. They have not shut off, except when I clean them. I shut them off, take them apart, clean them, plug them in, turn them back on. They've been running 24/7 for 2 years. They're good fans. Good fans. But I got to have a fan going all the time. If I'm in any given room, there's got to be a fan going. I got to feel fresh air moving, If I go visiting and I'm sitting in a room that doesn't have any air moving in it, I can last about an hour. And I have to excuse myself, say, I got to go take a quick little walk outside. And because, I just get nauseated feeling sitting in a room that's got just dead air in it, It's not moving. Nothing like sleeping outside. Oh, I tell you what, apartment life, it sucks. And the only reason I chose to move into this apartment was, the view really helped. Because I'm looking out over Lake Superior. I can't beat it, 4 stories up, looking out over Lake Superior. But the only reason I moved in here, because when all is well, I'm not around here much. I'm out in the woods. I'm out camping, traveling, doing things away from here. This winter just about killed me. I'm telling you, I hated this winter. This winter was tough. It wasn't for YouTube and all you guys. This old man right now, you wouldn't want to see a picture of my beard be all fire. I'd be having a bad beard day and I'd be all effed up crazy. And they'd have the SWAT team outside just waiting for the day that sumbitch comes out, because this winter would have drove me absolutely insane if I didn't have this outlet. Yeah, I got an email when Phil's was delivered that we bought him too. So if you got that, then he should have gotten it the same day. Yeah.
I had one day where I got 3 boxes from Fuego Box at my house. I got one at work. Then I got home and there were 3 boxes here. One box had 2 in it. So like in one day, I got 5 Fuego boxes total.
Yeah. Yeah, amazing drop. Amazing drop. Literally 5 years out of my life, 5 full years, I lived literally off-grid backcountry. I mean, yeah, nobody around unless I invited them. And 5 solid years of pure solitude, totally off-grid, 110% off-grid. And I loved every single minute. I'd kill for that opportunity again. I just haven't found anybody with the right piece of property with an old cottage on it that I could kill them for. So if you got a piece of property like that, it's best to not tell me about it.
Right.
You might end up finding an old squatter in the place. Scrapping together. I left this morning, forgot my AC was on, bedroom door closed, came in drenched from scrapping, walked and like froze my backside off. Yeah, isn't that a bitch?
But it had to have felt good.
Oh, I tell you what feels good is when you've been out in snow and ice and you come home and you got a wood stove or a coal stove burning.
Oh
God.
There's no heat like it.
It warms you to the bones.
I don't care what anybody says. A small fire in a wood stove is like cranking your furnace all the way up. I mean, there were times that I had a really comfy chair. I'd pull it right up next to my wood stove, and my pup would jump up in my lap, and the wood's handy right there. Never had to get out of the chair, just pop the door open, throw a stick in once in a while, and I'd sit in that chair and I'd fall asleep and wake up and start getting chilly. Just a little couple pokes in that wood stove, another piece of wood, and you're toasty warm again. If you lived in a situation where all you had was wood heat, and then you put yourself where you're living with nothing but modern heat,
it sucks.
It's like you either feel too hot or too cold.
Yeah.
With
and
modern
it's not
heat.
The same as a wood heat. It doesn't. It makes you sweat.
Right.
It makes you feel bad.
Oh God! We had one year out in Montana. We lived in this one place. Over one full winter, 2 summers and 1 full winter. That place was awesome. All there was for heat in that house was a fireplace. I mean, a standard fireplace, but it was an old fireplace. The place was built 100 years before we ever lived in it. But all it had was the fireplace and the big Sears Charm wood cook stove in the kitchen. Well, we learned, I mean, literally learned within a month that in the summer, the kitchen had so many windows and it had 2 doors going out of the kitchen to the outdoors. You opened all that up, you had screen doors, you opened everything up to cook, and you would cook, usually fire that stove up just once a day, and that was in the evening to cook the big end of the day dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And in the winter, oh shit, no, that wood cook stove never went out. Man, you were up 5:30 in the morning prepping, getting that stove good and hot, prepping breakfast, fixing a nice big breakfast for everybody. Breakfast would get done. You do a bunch of chores, then you come in and you make yourself a batch of bread, and you fire that, get that oven hot while you're getting your bread rising, and pop that bread in there so you had fresh bread for that night's dinner. And come around lunchtime, you get a big pot of stew or soup going on that stove. Late afternoon, that sucker's running hot again because you're fixing dinner,
Yeah.
And that heat, you never felt like you were getting cooked out of that kitchen.
Nope.
It was such a dry, nice heat, but we always had the big cast iron. It was like a big teapot on there full of water. Keep the place humidified because all that wood heat dries the place out.
Yep. We had a copper clad wood stove. It had the copper jacket in it for putting the water in.
Yep. Yeah, our Sears Charm had the hot water reservoir off on the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And we only used that when we did something as a family where everybody worked their tails off and got good and grubby, because I had this big old tin, galvanized steel bathtub in our big back room. And we'd flop that thing down, and then the adults would use the bathroom to bathe up, and the kids would take turns using that big old tin tub in that back room, and we'd heat all that water up right on the wood stove.
Yep.
And hell, we had our refrigerator in that house was one of them old bastards from the 30s and 40s that had the big round compressor on the top of it. The compressor unit sat on top of the refrigerator, and when it would fire up, the whole fridge would go broom. The whole damn thing would shake. Broom. It had a little freezer box in it. Yeah. Oh God, I loved that place. If I could have had that house, owned that house, I would have grown old and died in that place. Beautiful place. But it did take some work. I mean, that's a lot of firewood to cut every year.
Oh, yeah.
And heating with a fireplace is a little tough. I mean, you got to really keep a fire going in them damn things to keep any heat coming in.
No, that's the big thing with fireplaces, with a real chimney is,
Yeah,
you got to keep feeding air into the house. So, you're bringing in cold air from outside through around leaky windows and doors and everything else. So you can have a fire in the living room, and the furthest room from the fireplace is going to be freezing cold.
Yeah.
Because if there's any leaks around those windows, the fireplace create negative air pressure in a house. It's sucking. If you got something going out, something's got to be coming in.
You stuff them with newspaper.
And the hotter the fireplace is, the harder it sucks. So,
see, and that's it, is learning how to get like that fireplace. Learning how to, this old boy kind of taught us how to manage the damn thing. And he always said the rule of hearth temp, if you get your fireplace going, never let that sucker go out. you want to get all the surrounding stone and the hearth up to a temp and then keep it there. You just keep the stone and the hearth at temp. That's what's heating your house, not that flame. It's the actual body of that fireplace that's keeping the house warm. And then you don't have to burn such a roaring fire all the time. And for the same reason, because if you got a huge fire going, you got to have the damper open to be able to keep that fire roaring. You got that damper open, it's like having the world's biggest fucking vacuum cleaner in your living room.
Yep.
Running, sucking every bit of air out of your house and trying to draw fresh air through every nook and cranny.
We had a big cast iron stove, and that thing would get so hot in the winter, you'd have to open up all the doors and windows.
Now, so we had a little cast iron one in our first place. They had built a little hearth in the corner, and it was a smaller cast iron one, and it wasn't very efficient. You know, it had nothing to burn any secondary air, so it had no catalyst in it. It didn't have any of the blue flame technology that a lot of the things have nowadays. So it was crude. So I was in the fireplace business at the time. So after a few years of that, we just yanked that thing out of the corner. And we put a gas fireplace with a corner cabinet in there. Well, that took the air from outside. And this room was an addition to this house. So this room only had 2 vents from one side because this room was on a slab. So you had 2 vents on one side of that to heat that entire thing. So that's where they had that little wood stove in there. So we just made it more efficient. That was all.
That's what I had in the one house. It had in the basement, it had what you would call a mother-in-law apartment. Yeah. A 1-bedroom apartment, full, everything there, kitchen, full bathroom, nice sized little living room. The bedroom was huge, freaking huge. I turned that into a home theater, but that had, in the living room, we had a corner gas fireplace down there because there was no, off of that, there was a really large utility room. And that's where all of the furnace was, hot water heater, blah, 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 all the mechanics of the house. And there was no heat directed into that apartment in the basement. So that apartment tended to stay awful cool. And so we had that little gas fireplace put in. It wasn't that little, actually. It was a good-sized gas fireplace. And I liked it because it was thermostatically controlled. I could turn it on, fire it up, set the thermostat for the room, and it would heat that whole basement up to a comfortable 67, 68 degrees and keep it there. And it hardly burned any gas at all. And the nice thing was it wasn't drawing any air from anywhere except outside, like Phil was saying. So the combustion air wasn't being taken out of the house. Yeah, Mike said it was 80 degrees in his place. He's saying I have to go outside. Too damn hot in here.
Well, it's like a wood heater I got down at my trailer. The lady that was living there complained and griped and cried she was freezing all winter. I went down there this winter and I got it cranked up and going, and it got too hot. We had to open the doors. It was just too hot. Apparently, she just didn't know how to get the fire going right.
Yeah. Now, when in my career, I did a few very, very large housing development projects. I did one for one of our local Native American reservations here, and that was 135 units of housing. And we went all geothermal on it, on that project. I'm impressed with the performance of the geothermal, but I was not impressed with the cost. The cost, it added 35%. So it cost 135% to build one of those houses compared to the exact same design house with conventional heat at a neighboring reservation that I had a project going at. They were the identical blueprints, except one was geothermal, one was not. The geothermals cost 135% of what the non-geothermals cost to build. And here's the kicker on it. The break-even point on your return of your cost savings in heating, 22 years.
Wow.
So, and this was state-of-the-art geothermal. I mean, high end. And was it a good deal? Yeah, because the houses were of really good design. I mean, we had some great engineers worked on them and designed them. Those houses should last 75 years. So if the return's 22 years, then it'll be worth it when you look at the total longevity and geothermal. The air handling in geothermal is the only thing that ever goes amiss that you might have to do maintenance with. Otherwise, geothermal is just permanent. It's not going to go bad in 100 years. It's just the air handling issues that you have air handling equipment that'll break down after 10, 15 years, that kind of thing. But yeah. You have a good night too, Prince of Darkness. Thanks for stopping
Good
by
night.
and saying good night. He's like that family member that pops his head in the living room and says, I'm going to bed now, folks. Good night. Okay, good night. We'll see ya.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to get sleepy.
Yeah, it's there, guys. I really think it is. We did 3 hours. That's not that ain't long, but yeah, I got next couple of days. All goes well. Sty's gonna be kind of busy. I'm heading out in the woods either tomorrow or Saturday. Well, no, it's gotta be tomorrow. Damn it, it's gotta be tomorrow because Saturday my youngest boy went and changed the locks on their house, and he keeps telling me, Dad, stop over and pick up a key for the new locks. Well, I got to get in our shed. I can't get in our shed without getting in the house where the shed keys are. And he just happens to be working anytime I'm out and about. So I can't get in the house to get the new key for the house. So damn it, Saturday he's off work. I'll be camping on his porch till that little bugger opens the door. So tomorrow I'm heading out in the woods. I'm going to gather up a bunch of firewood ends. Guys were out there cutting a bunch of piles of wood up for firewood, all maple, hard maple, great stuff. And they'd leave all these little ends, little stubs, because they're cutting it to their fireplace length, and the piece that doesn't fit, leave it on the ground. Piles of it all over. I'm going out there filling my truck up with a bunch of that wood, free firewood. I don't have to cut. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Heading out and getting some wood, and Saturday I'm going to be working on the adventure trailer all damn day. But I'll stay in touch with everybody.
So tomorrow, if I'm late, come for 9 o'clock. Don't worry, I will be going live tomorrow. Tomorrow night is my golf night, and sometimes by the time we get home and everything, it might be later than after 9 o'clock. So, but won't be much after. So,
I shouldn't have a problem being there tomorrow night. So, hey, I want to thank Get Her Done Granny. I want to thank Crazy Ann. Two sweet ladies that are always here for me. And my bestest, he's a brother from another mother. I tell you, yeah, he reminds me a lot of my brother. So, yeah, you crazy bastard.
Freeman J. brother.
Get me in trouble all the time, that guy did. And now I got a new one doing,
There you go.
picking up where he left off. That's all.
There you go.
Hey, love you all.
Love you all.
Everybody out there in the chat, everybody viewing, love you all. My next stream is going to be Sunday. It's going to be Sunday night, Sty Story Sunday. And I hope you show up. Hope you show up because it's going to be kind of a special Sty story. One that people
Yeah.
may look at and go, well, that's really not Sty. That's not typical. I think you'll enjoy it. It's going to be short, sweet, but it's going to be an awesome story. You're going to love this story. So I hope to see you all Sunday. Until then, you all take care. Have a nice day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Keep spicy.
Keep it
Yeah,
spicy.
keep it spicy.